Let's start. Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, students. First, I will introduce myself and welcome to Journey of Intermediate for May 2025. I am CA Sankit Shah, and today's marks the beginning of an exciting journey as we commence a new course, this online batches with ICAI Institute. In this batch, we will come together to acquire the crucial knowledge which requires to become a successful chartered accountant. I welcome you all for these ICAI coaching classes. These lectures I'm going to conduct will be in English plus Hindi also. Suppose if you have some problems in understanding of English, you can ask me in Hindi also. And these sessions will be on Zoom platform. So now it is very easy for you to interact with your faculty. Please place your trust on us, and I am here to assist you wholeheartedly in reaching your goals. Throughout this journey, we will work together to build a strong understanding, and we will look at the curriculum with a logical approach, which is very important. So, thank you for joining us, and I welcome you all once again. So, let's start. Before starting today's session, first, I want to make it very clear this course, which requires a dedication from very first day, if you are sincere about your study for next 8 months, it will be very easy for you to pass this course in the first exam. Now your attempt is in May. So this batch is not helpful only for May students, but suppose if you are not yet studied for January also, you can attend it. So I request all of you to have daily attendance. I want this attendance on daily basis. What I expect from you, I will tell you these things. Meanwhile, suppose if you have any query, you can raise your hand on Zoom also, and I will interact with you. But please make sure that there is no, time pass which is going on. So, which is very important for us. Good morning to all of you now. Main important point is that I will take your all queries at the end of the session, and meanwhile, I will ask you some questions also, not only at the end, but during the session, I will ask you some questions. Okay. So, first thing, what I expect from you. Okay. What I'm expecting from you, as usual. So, first, we will see about the subject. Accounting is one of the core competencies of the chartered accountant. Okay. So, this course basically the name is itself chartered accountancy. So accountancy is very important. And here at intermediate level, we are expecting from you this advanced accounting. Now, what is the difference between basic accounting and advanced accounting? Basic accounting, which you already covered in the foundation. But sir, I am a direct entry student. So I will take some basic illustrations for direct entry students also. So don't worry, direct entry students. It will be very easy analysis if you know the basic rules of accounts. That is a traditional approach and modern approach. If you understand these two approaches, this syllabus is very easy. Not chapter, this syllabus is very easy for advanced accounting, where you have to just put down all entries in asset, liability, expenses, income, and capital account. Or there are three rules of accounts that we are going to understand. Don't worry. And those who already covered in foundation, those who you have attended already lectures of foundation, so you already know our basic rules of accounts, and we already covered all this part at foundation level. So, and you already cleared your foundation, so you already have confidence. Okay. So advanced accounting focuses on understanding applicability and mandate of accounting standards. So this now world of advanced accounting is all accounting standards. So accounting standards is very easy. First day, we are going to see introduction to accounting standard, and it will be, RMPD analysis, then why accounting standards are prepared, how accounting standards are prepared. We are going to see it in the today's session. So don't worry. we have to also understand corporate accounting concepts. So there is no, now sole proprietorship, final accounts, and all these things. Here we are going to see some corporate accounting concepts. What do we expect from you? To gain the ability to apply the accounting standards, legislations to different transactions and events, and understand the presentation of financial statements. First, I want to make it very clear your syllabus is not a small syllabus. Your syllabus is a huge syllabus. There are 6 subjects in your syllabus, as you are aware. First group, 3 subjects, second group, 3 subjects. In first group, minimum score that you have to get, that is 150 marks. Okay. So 150 marks is basically you have to score it for passing, and 40 marks each subject. If you are getting 60 marks, it will be exempted paper. Okay. It's not like in foundation, if you scored 60 plus, but suppose if you fail in any subject, you have to give all subjects. Here, if you score 60 plus marks, you don't have to give that subject once again. Okay. Passing is mandatory for 2 groups. Both groups are mandatory for passing. So I request you all that you go with both groups. Even if you are not prepared thoroughly, but still you can attempt second group at least on your basic knowledge. So suppose in CA course 100% knowledge is required, but 100% study is never possible. Rankers, they do it in the very proper way. But students, if suppose if you prepared only 60% also, you can attempt any paper and you can get 60 plus marks on. You must have confidence. So we will discuss it later on, what you need in the CA course. So accounting standards, basically there are chapter which are called as disclosure based accounting standard. So disclosure based accounting standard means accounting, and there are 2 types of standard. One is accounting. Accounting means where you are going to pass entry. Okay. And disclosure means you are going to give only disclosures of this standard. And these standards are accounting standard 1. So we are going to see these, accounting standard names later on. So don't worry. So there are almost 7 accounting standards, which you can see here, which are based on only disclosure. Okay. So first you have to understand disclosure based accounting standards. Disclosure of accounting policy, cash flow statement, segment reporting, related party disclosures, earning per share, discontinuing operation, and interim financial reporting. After that, some standards are asset based standards. Now asset based standards means what? Suppose how to record this inventory, property, plant and equipment, investment, borrowing cost, leases, intangible assets, and impairment. Again, 7 accounting standards are there for asset based. Then you have liability based accounting standard. Only 2, number 15 and number 29. Okay. Then impact of financial statements, S4, 5, 11, 22 are impact on financial statement based. Revenue based standards, there are 2 revenue based standards, construction contract and revenue recognition. And other accounting standards is in the accounting standard 12 and 14. So don't worry guys, these names are very easy once we start our syllabus. Consolidation is very important chapter 10, in which you have 3 accounting standards, and then small topics like introduction to accounting standards, framework for preparation, accounting standards, and buyback of securities, and some big topics are there. Okay, so total 15 chapters. And in 15 chapters, what you have basically up to 10 chapters, accounting standards. And after that, some financial statement preparation, cash flow statement, amalgamation, consolidation, and then branch accounting and reconstruction, buyback of securities. So some chapters which are not related to accounting standards, which we have covered in other part, that 4 or 5 chapters are what we are going to cover for other than accounting standards. Okay. So syllabus, yes, I know syllabus is very vast, and next 3 months are very important for us. 72 hours sessions, 72 sessions we are going to cover. Means 72 multiplied by 2.5 hours daily. So the syllabus time is almost 188 hours, and which is quite sufficient. Okay. So 188 hours, 72 sessions we are going to conduct in this up to May 2025. daily three subjects we are going to start with. Okay. So daily three subjects. Okay. We have to finish our syllabus till I think March end. We will cover it up to Feb end only. So you will have some time for revision also. And we are going to conduct revision sessions also. 25 revision sessions. उससे ज्यादा और क्या institute आपको देगी. So we are planning in new way. सो बीओएस आई एम थैंकफुल टू बीओएस, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से इनिशिएटिव आगे लेके जाना है एंड दिस बेनिफिट इज ओनली फॉर यू. आपकी लॉटरी लग चुकी है, मैं यही बोलूंगा. ओके. तो आप लोगों को बेनिफिट लेना है. डोंट मिस अ सिंगल सेशन. अंडर अ रिवाइज सिलेबस वी expect from you various accounting standards and corporate accounting concepts. The process of learning also help you to inculcate the requisite knowledge to understand how financial statements are prepared and presented. So financial statement means what? Balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, notes to accounts. We are going to see it later on. Don't worry. And we expect you from every student ability to apply this accounting standard. Okay. So in real life also, how you are going to present your financial statements means your client statements, and how you are going to apply this accounting standard while preparing financial statements, that we are going to understand over here. Okay. Conclusion part. So what I am expecting from you: 100 pages book, 100 pages or might be 200 pages now because your syllabus is vast. So 200 pages notebook for your concepts. Suppose if there are some formula is never there in the accounts, but in costing you can maintain in the same way. So formula for your revision, 100 pages book, very important. Index. Now how to maintain index, that I will tell you later on. So index is very important. Tick-ticky technique. Okay. So after solving in the class, you also have to do some tick-ticky technique. Tick-ticky technique means what? Same question you have to solve by using stopwatch. Okay. So these practical questions immediately after the lecture, and very important, be consistent and result in your way. Okay. All the best. We are going to start this journey. Thank you. One more important point. Wait for 1 minute. Okay. What we expect from you that I already covered, but to become successful chartered accountant, what we need from you. Okay. Now here, everyone wants to become a chartered accountant, correct? The journey of becoming a chartered accountant, what is expected? What are key qualities that every student of chartered accountancy must have? Number one, very, very important, next 8 months, discipline and time management. If you are not disciplined in your life, you are not going to become a chartered accountant. You just have to devote every minute for this course for next 8 months. नहीं तो चक्कर में घूमते रह जाओगे. सर अटेम्प्ट के बाद अटेम्प्ट ही दे रहा हूं बेटा. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इज ऑलवेज अ बेस्ट अटेम्प्ट. रिमेंबर दिस लाइन. एंड सर कुछ भी होने दीजिए, मेरे घर पे सर मेरी बहन की शादी है, मैं एक दिन जाऊंगा, वो भी मेरा टाइम मैनेजमेंट. सब पूरी फैमिली हंसने दीजिए आपके ऊपर. अरे सिर्फ दिन भर पढ़ता रहता है भाई. 4 साल के बाद वही लोग आपको बोलेंगे, एक अलग रिस्पेक्ट से देखने वाले हैं. सो डिसिप्लिन इज रिक्वायर्ड. एंड सी व्हाई दिस वर्चुअल कोचिंग क्लासेस, आपको तो पहले ही बोल देता हूं. सर एक टेबल चेयर पे बैठ जाना. आप भी घर पे आराम से एनीवेयर एनी टाइम यू कैन वॉच दिस सेशन. बट डोंट मिस दिस लाइव सेशंस। ओके सर, बाद में यूट्यूब पे देख लूंगा, नहीं होता है। बिलीव मी, 2.5 आवर्स में भी नहीं बैठ पाऊंगा, एक मूवी नहीं देख सकते भाई हम लोग। तो सर के साथ इंटरेक्शन होगा ना, तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा होगा। सो दिस इंटरेक्टिव लेक्चर्स विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू आउट to understand each and every concept. But suppose if you say कि sir I will watch it later on never will come. Okay, so this discipline is required for next 6 to 7 months. Time management is important. Staying committed to completing your target. सर कुछ भी होने दो, रात को 2 बजने दो, सुबह 6 बजे उठ जाऊंगा। एंड देखो आप लोगों की एज, 90% स्टूडेंट्स एज इज बेटा 25 माइनस है। ओके, सो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि ठीक है 4 घंटे भी आप सोए तो आपकी बॉडी साथ देने वाली है, पर मैं प्रॉपर नींद लेने वाला हूं 8 आवर्स की। 10 o'clock को मैं सो जाऊंगा, सुबह 6 o'clock को उठ जाऊंगा। सर के लेक्चर के पहले आई विल डू रिविजन, आफ्टरनून सेशन, इवनिंग सेशन। ओके, सो सेल्फ स्टडी सेशंस आर ऑफ 6 to हाउ मेनी आवर्स, 2.5 plus 5, 7.5, yes, 7 hours 30 minute sessions, 5 hours self study। ओके, सो डेली 12 आवर्स तो आपको पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है मिनिमम। आई विल से 16 आवर्स। ओके, 8 आवर्स स्लीप है, 16 आवर्स भी नहीं, 15 आवर्स। 15 आवर्स आपको पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है। दिन भर पढ़े रहो एक जगह पे। अपने एक रूम बना लीजिए, वो रूम में दिन भर रहना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट 8 मंथ्स बाहर की दुनिया से नो कांटेक्ट। ओके, only and only lectures, Sanket sir, other faculties and sessions and my study, self study, बस। सब पास होना है 8 महीने में, कुछ भी होने दीजिए ये 8 महीने में। नाउ व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इफ यू आर नॉट सीरियस फ्रॉम वेरी फर्स्ट डे? आफ्टर 2 and 3 months you will realize अरे मेरे से नहीं होगा सर। आई विल गिव नाउ, institute already increase the attempt, in 1 year there are 3 exams, so I will give next exam। बट बेटा वो चक्कर में घूमते रह जाओगे। मई है तो मई ही देना है, जनवरी है तो जनवरी ही देना है। ओके, जनवरी के स्टूडेंट्स आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ओनली 3 सब्जेक्ट्स दीजिए, फिर अभी बहुत कम टाइम बचा है। एंड फर्स्ट एग्जाम ऑलवेज टेक इट वेरी सीरियसली। स्टूडेंट बोलता है अभी नहीं हुआ, नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में करके दिखाऊंगा, देखो नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में होता नहीं है। सो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इज ऑलवेज बेस्ट अटेम्प्ट, ये मार्क करके रखना। सर आई एम नॉट वेरी इंटेलिजेंट स्टूडेंट, नो नीड, आई एम ऑल्सो नॉट इंटेलिजेंट, but I am committed to my hard work. And this is required discipline and time management. Hard work with a smart work also. So hard work, like one of my friend, when he was doing CS course, मुझे याद है 16-16 घंटे लाइब्रेरी में बैठता था और क्या करता था, मॉड्यूल लिख के देखता था। अरे भाई स्मार्ट स्टडी है ही नहीं, 16 घंटे बैठने से तू थोड़ी सीएस बन जाएगा। तो वो वैसा पढ़ाई करता था, सो वैसा नहीं फायदा होगा। हार्ड वर्क विथ स्मार्ट वर्क इज इंपॉर्टेंट। सर नोट्स निकालिए, 100 पेजेस बुक, कंटिन्यूअस रिविजन्स आफ्टर एवरी 6 डेज। संडे को छुट्टी रहेगा तो संडे को हमें छुट्टी है, यू डोंट हैव एनी हॉलीडे फॉर नेक्स्ट 8 मंथ्स। सिर्फ बीमार गिरोगे तब हॉलीडे। ओके, सो स्मार्ट वर्क मतलब व्हाट, यू हैव टू डू रिविजन आफ्टर एवरी 7 डेज। सीए इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट दी वर्किंग हार्ड बट ऑल्सो अबाउट वर्किंग स्मार्ट। एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सर आज तो बहुत जोश में है, कितने नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स है आज? आज तो एकदम 200 प्लस सर। टुमारो 200, डे आफ्टर टुमारो 180, फिर 50। नो, जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स है दे मस्ट बी कंसिस्टेंट फ्रॉम वेरी फर्स्ट डे टू लास्ट डे। ब्रांच अकाउंटिंग जब सिखाऊंगा लास्ट भी मैं ही रहने वाला हूं। सो अप टू लास्ट सेशन यू टू बी कंसिस्टेंट। मुझे यही अटेंडेंस लास्ट तक चाहिए, प्रॉमिस मी कि सर आप जो बोलोगे वही फॉलो करेंगे। ओके, सो कंसिस्टेंसी इज रिक्वायर्ड। इफ स्टूडेंट इज नॉट कंसिस्टेंट देन हार्ड वर्क कोई मैटर ही नहीं करता है। सो मैं बहुत स्मार्ट वर्क करूं, कोई फायदा नहीं है, सीए को सबको रुला देगा। ओके, सो पास होना है तो ये सभी चीजों को याद रखना है। ओके, नाउ यस, डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन? इफ यू एनी क्वेश्चन अबाउट सीए, मिथ है आपके दिमाग में कुछ, कुछ चीजें आपको इंटरेक्शन करनी है, आई एम गिविंग यू 2 to 3 minutes। ये एक जूम का बहुत बड़ा फायदा हो जाएगा। ओके, दिस इज अ बेस्ट बेनिफिट ऑफ जूम। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी यू कैन रेज योर हैंड अबाउट सीए कोर्स, इफ यू हैव एनी myth in your mind। नो, स्टार्ट करना है। आपके क्वेरीज एक बार देख लेता हूँ। व्हेन आई यूज ब्लूटूथ देयर इज नो वॉइस एंड वीडियो, नो पॉजिंग। सर आफ्टर क्लास इफ वी वांट टू सी क्लासेस अवेलेबल। अजीत सर अवेलेबल है ना क्लासेस? यूट्यूब पे अवेलेबल रहेंगे? मनीष बाद में अवेलेबल रहने वाला है क्या? अच्छा, सपोज एक बट डोंट वरी गाइज, आप रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स प्लीज मिस वो मत देखिए। आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल। यस अनीश, मैक्सिमम टाइम आई विल यूज इंग्लिश, डोंट वरी। Can we give two groups? Yes, beta, you can give two groups. Sir, how much time it takes to complete online classes? Darshan, uh, this will take, I think, up to February month or March month. सर न्यू सिलेबस की बुक्स अवेलेबल नहीं है, हो जाएगी। सर स्पीक अबाउट जनवरी 2025 रिवीजन सेशंस वी आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 25th. Okay, so 25th of September we are going to start. So exemption means 60 plus marks. Sir, I got email as May student classes. Please confirm. No, these are May 2025 classes, but students who have not yet studied for January, go for one group. Yes. So these classes are not for January, May exam. सर जो स्टूडेंट्स हिंदी मीडियम से वो क्या करे बेटा? बेटा हम लोग हिंदी में भी बताएंगे, सो डोंट वरी। आप लोगों को थोड़ा बहुत ज्ञान आ जाएगा उससे। सर एमसीक्यू में निगेटिव मार्किंग है क्या? नो बेटा। ऑर्डरिंग बुक्स बेटा प्लीज कॉन्टैक्ट sorry, portal. I don't have any information for book ordering of books, Somaya ji. So these are only, we will stick to our syllabus part only. Other part, please you can contact respective department. Okay, so we'll start beta. From tomorrow, what I need from you, I will give you time to take screenshots. So screenshots you can take up on YouTube also. It's very simple. Um, and you can prepare your 100 pages book. I will provide notes also, don't worry. And in this batch, last 20 minutes, we are going to take some MCQs. So MCQ, not every day, but after 2, 3 lectures, we are going to take some MCQ. So MCQ will help you out to understand to check your knowledge, whether you understood it properly or not. Okay, so I'm going to take in this batch some MCQs also. See, last batch was very first batch of new course. Now we are also aware about this course after 1 year. So don't worry, guys. I made a lot of changes in my PPTs. I covered past questions also, not only of intermediate, but this syllabus previously it was in final. So I have taken some past questions of final also. This will help you out to understand how exam questions will be there. And very important point in this session. See, my English is very basic English. So don't worry. If you are from Hindi medium also, you can easily understand it. Okay. So I am also from vernacular medium. सो डोंट वरी, माई इंग्लिश इज नॉट एकदम एक्सट्रीम लेवल का इंग्लिश नहीं है. सो हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट्स यू विल इजीली अंडरस्टैंड इट and try to understand these words because you are going to give paper in English only. Okay, many of you, and those are from Hindi medium. Don't worry बेटा, मैं आपके लिए भी अच्छे से बता दूंगा. So Anish बेटा, sometimes I have to consider Hindi medium students also. So I will take concepts in English and some revision part I will take it in the Hindi. Okay. South Indian students, is it okay? Yes, tell me. I will take revision in Hindi and concepts will be in English. Yes, okay. South Indian students. Okay, okay. Chalo. So let's start. So you have to accept this fact because there are some Hindi medium students also there. So I have to take some revisions in Hindi also. Chaliye. First chapter. Yes. Welcome to Journey now. After this session, I want everyone, every student must be aware about all concepts. After the session, you are going to read your study matter. After this session, you are going to read your study mat. Okay, you will take some screenshots. At the end of the session, I will give time to take screenshots also. And after that, you will write it properly in your notebook. Writing is very important. Okay, chalo. So, first chapter. What is chapter name? Introduction to accounting standards. Sir, accounting standard, accounting standard. What is accounting standard? So, in today's session, I'm going to explain you what is accounting standards. How many of you are watching it for the first time? Yes, raise your hand. Raise your hand. So there is one option. Raise your hand. Many students are attending it for the first time. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. You never watch our session of introduction to accounting standards. Okay. Many students. ठीक है. And those who already watch, this is like a revision for you. Okay. We made some changes. So here in this lecture, I'm going to define what is turnover, what is net worth. So these concepts we introduced. Means in last session, we have not covered it. So in today's session, I'm going to, last batch, I have not covered it. So in in this May 2025 batch, we made some changes also, okay? Even in study mat, there are some changes. I will tell you all changes simultaneously. So first one, I'm going to cover introduction part. What is accounting standards? Let's understand. Accounting standards means generally accepted accounting principle. Not now, what you do, you take some rough pages and have, like journalist log kaise karte na, some notes. Okay, just take it on rough. You will write it later on in 100 pages book, but lecture must be interactive lecture. Okay, so note down these some important points. हो सकता है उतने important points को note down कर लीजिए. Okay, so yes, have 2-3 rough pages. Yes, है सबके पास. Over. चलिए. So accounting standard. Yes, I will give you break at 8:15. Huh? Now break is at 8:15, and you understood what is CA course and all this journey. Okay. Now what is important? You will understand first chapter. We have to cover first chapter in today's session only. Okay. Yes, session ke end mein. So how to start your journey? See, whenever you are taking any chapter, sir, how to study? So number one, first check how many pages in study mat. Okay. Normally in 1 hour, you can finish 10 pages. Easy, very easily. If you know the concept. If you know the concept, how many pages you can cover in 1 hour? 10 pages. So many students, they are not aware about, sir, how to study now. We don't understand. So I'm giving you the technique. कितने pages है? See, 29 pages. Okay. So we will take minimum 2 hours ka session. Today's session will be of 2 hours, 7:30 to 9:30. Okay. And 2 hours, it's very easy for me to finish it in 2 hours. But for you, you have to read each and every sentence of study mat also. So after the session, please give at least 2 hours. Because next session will be at 2:30. So 2:30 को है ना शायद से. I don't know exact timings. तो कितने बजे है अजीत सर नेक्स्ट सेशन? नहीं, दोपहर को भी सेशन से शायद से. हाँ, अभी दोपहर को भी रहने वाले हैं शायद से. ओके, सो अप टू दैट टाइमिंग आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो? अप टू 12 o'clock यू कैन फिनिश यूर अकाउंट्स पेपर. सी, अकाउंट्स इज ओनली लेंदी पेपर. ओके, तो अकाउंट बहुत ही लेंदी है एज कंपेयर टू अदर सब्जेक्ट्स. Understand the concept of accounting standards. So take some idea about this chapter. So accounting standards, we are going to understand what is the concept. objectives, benefits of accounting standards. We have to understand standard setting process, how accounting standard set by ICAI. Okay. Familiarize with the status of accounting standards in India. Accounting standards in India, how many accounting standards? There are 29 accounting standards. We are going to see list of accounting standard. Then what is international accounting standard? You just have some, idea about international accounting standard, but Index is a part of CA final syllabus. So don't worry, we are not going to cover it now. Appreciate the emergency of IFRS as a global standard. So we are going to see how global standard, how accounting index will be emerge with our global standards. What are carve-ins, carve-outs, some adoption, convergence process. Yes, don't worry. These words are very heavy words. Convergence, adoption. So we'll see it at the end. Concept of index. Only you have concept when index is going to apply, and objects and concepts of carve-outs and carve-ins. So these concepts are at least wordings you understood. I'm not saying कि you know this in detail, हाँ, but words तो समझ में आए कि something about accounting standards. So take some, idea कि what we are going to see. मतलब ये movie देखने के पहले का trailer है. This is a trailer कि what we are going to cover in this chapter. So everything related to accounting standard we are going to cover it in this chapter. How accounting standard introduced by ICAI. So first thing I want to make it very clear who introduced this accounting standard. ICAI, our dear Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. They introduced accounting standard. Okay, so we introduced accounting standard. Institute, so not MCA. Okay, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, no. Who introduced? Not by government. ICAI introduced accounting standards. Why they introduced? Yes, we'll see it later on. Okay. So, generally accepted accounting principle, generally accepted. What you are going to record as an asset, I am going to record as an asset. What you are going to record as a liability, I am going to record it as a liability. So, generally accepted accounting principles, that is GAAP. What is GAAP? They are generally accepted accounting principles. They are common set of accepted accounting principles, standards, procedures that entity must follow when it prepares and presents its financial statement. So what you have to write it in your rough pages, on your rough pages, these are GAAP. GAAP is generally accepted accounting principles, and these are common set of accepted accounting principles. So जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स है बेटा, जब भी लेक्चर होता है तो रफ पेजेस लेके बैठा करो. ओके, मैंने पहले किया हुआ था, पहले का पहले. अगेन, सो generally accepted accounting principles, common set of accepted accounting principles, standards and procedures that entity must follow when it prepares financial statements. A financial statement means what? 5 financial statements are there. Balance sheet, see the words, balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and notes to accounts. Notes to accounts. चलो, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट मीन्स व्हाट? जल्दी से आप में से मुझे कोई तो बोल के दिखाएगा. हु इज गोइंग टू टेल दिस आंसर? यस, 5 स्टेटमेंट्स. हु इज गोइंग टू आंसर इट? चलो, वन मोर टाइम हैंड रेस कीजिए. हाँ, दीपक. म्यूट करने का. मनीष, जिनको जिनका नाम मैं ले रहा हूं ना, बिनवाइल उनका रिवीजन हो जाएगा. सो दीपक, यस, उनको ही म्यूट करो सिर्फ. हाँ दीपक, 5 स्टेटमेंट्स. यस.
Balance sheet, profit and loss,
Cash flow
then
statement.
cash flow statement,
Statement of
then
changes in equity.
statement of changes in equity, and notes to
Accounts.
accounts.
एक बार फास्ट बोलिए.
So,
Balance sheet, profit and loss account, and notes to account, cash flow statement, or sir, then I forget last.
Statement of changes in equity.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so please, those students who are attending on YouTube, I request you all, आपको मेरे साथ interaction करना होगा तो Zoom platform पे आ जाइए. Yes, join our Zoom platform so you can interact very well. Okay, so it's request to all those students who are watching me on YouTube. Okay, अपना लिंक दिया हुआ है, उस पे ज्वाइन हो जाइए एंड प्लीज मेंटेन डिग्निटी. आप लोग एक इंस्टीट्यूट के लेक्चर्स अटेंड कर रहे हो तो कुछ भी फालतूगिरी मत कीजिए इसके ऊपर, मेरे ये रिक्वेस्ट है. एज अ स्टूडेंट लेवल पे आप लोग अभी बहुत बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे हो. इट्स नॉट एनी जो आपके साथ एंजॉय करने वाला कुछ चल रहा है. हियर वी आर वेरी सीरियस अबाउट योर स्टडीज. ओके, तो कोई भी टाइम पास करने के लिए इधर मत आइए. Okay, very good. So everyone understood these five statements. Balance sheet, and the sequence is important. Profit and loss account, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and at the end, notes to accounts. So these five statements we are going to prepare, and for this, we need common set of accounting principles, common set of accepted accounting principles, standards, and procedures. Okay, and for these standards, principles, and procedure, we need generally accepted accounting principles. Now, at international level, it is called as IFRS. क्या बोला जाता है इसको? At international level, we are calling it as IFRS. These are GAAP. GAAP means what? Generally accepted accounting principles. At international level, we will call it as International Financial Reporting Standards. नाम याद रहेगा. International Financial Reporting Standard. Note down it somewhere. फटाफट रब पेजेस पे. ओके, रब पेजेस पे लिखने की आदत लगाओ. At international level, we called it as IFRS. And at India level, there are two sets. Now, these two sets, I'm going to explain it later on. Don't worry. One is accounting standard and one is Ind AS. So, one is accounting standards and one is Ind AS. So, we have to follow two separate sets. Different companies will follow different sets. So, there are some rules. Who will adopt Ind AS? Whose net worth? It is depending on the net worth. Who will follow accounting standards? जिनकी net worth का limit है. Okay. So, Institute has given some limits. Who will follow accounting standard and who will follow Ind AS? So, India में दो set है. And international level IFRS. Okay. Understood? Very clear? Okay. Next one. Accounting standards are policy documents. Policy documents issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs in consultation with NAFRA. Now, what is NAFRA? National Financial Reporting Authority. It is not by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. MCA is a different part. Okay. Ministry of Corporate Affairs, government. Okay. So, ये parliament से आता है. And our institute, we have separate set of accounting standards. Okay. Ultimately, it's a same copy paste. MCA plus ICAI for non-corporate entities. Now, what is non-corporate entities? Other than companies. So, if your organization is sole proprietorship, partnership, then AOP, Association of Persons, POI, then you will follow ICAI accounting standards. If you started with company, you registered with company, your business you registered with a company, in that case, you have to follow government guidelines, MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And in consultation with NAFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority, in consultation with them, you will follow accounting standards. आया समझ में? So, non-corporate entities, our dear institute. Corporate entities, MCA. बस दो rules याद रखना है. Okay, so what you understood today? International level, IFRS. National level, at India level, we have two sets, AS and Ind AS. Okay, very clear. Then government with MCA for companies. Other than company, इंस्टीट्यूट ने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड इशू किए हैं, इंस्टीट्यूट ने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड इशू किए हैं. सो दिस टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स यू अंडरस्टूड वेरी वेल. Accounting standards, very important. Now, there are two types of accounting standard. One is accounting and one is only disclosure. Sir, where to disclose? Normally in notes to accounts. Cash flow statement is a disclosure standard. Earning per share is a disclosure standard. Okay. Segment reporting, disclosure standard. Related party disclosures, disclosure standard. Here we are not going to do any accounting. Accounting means entry. Disclosure means just we will disclose it in our notes to accounts. So there are two types of standards out of 29 accounting standards, effective 27. डेली 5 का लिस्ट याद करेंगे. नेक्स्ट 3 days में पूरे अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड याद हो जाएंगे. नेक्स्ट 3 days यू विल एवरीथिंग, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. इन नेक्स्ट 3 days यू विल अंडरस्टैंड ईच एंड एवरी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड. Names. I am not saying about thorough points. Ha. So accounting standards where you will pass entry. Disclosure standard, only disclosure part, no entry part. Okay. So accounting standard basically divided in 4 parts. RMPD analysis. What is RMPD analysis? Recognition. What you are going to record? Recognize transactions. Now what is transaction? Any happening. And events means results. Any happening means purchases, sales. Then your capital I introduce is called as transactions. Events, gross profit, net profit, balance sheet. These are events. Okay. So recognition of events and transactions, measurement of transactions and events. RM, M for measurement. Recognize means to record. Measurement at what amount? Presentation of transaction and events, and then disclosure requirement. So accounting standard deals with 4 parts. RMPD analysis. Recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. Write down here. फटाफट लिख लीजिए. RMPD analysis. Recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. Over. I'm going to give you screenshot, so don't worry. 100 पेजेस के बुक में पूरा लिखना है बाद में. अभी सिर्फ नोट्स रफ पेजेस पे. सो इंटरेक्टिव लेक्चर के लिए बाद में मैं पूछूंगा तो इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. सो RMPD एनालिसिस ओवर. Yes, very good, very good. I'm giving you assurance in class itself. After the class, if you read study material, you can easily recall any concept. This is challenge for you. Okay, मैं guarantee से बोल सकता हूँ. After attending lecture properly, if you have given your 100%, after lecture 2 hours के बाद कोई भी मॉड्यूल का पेज उठाओ, आपको कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया होगा, गारंटी से. ओके. सो ये मैं भरोसा दे रहा हूं, बट यूर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ सीए कोर्स आप रोज फेस टू फेस क्लास में जाने आने का टाइम जो है वो डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम. टाइम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. रोज जाओगे आओगे क्लास में बैठोगे बच्चों के साथ टाइम पास करोगे डेली बेसिस पे, तो बेटा ये बहुत बढ़िया अपॉर्चुनिटी है. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ अटेंडिंग फेस टू फेस, ये बहुत बढ़िया आपको फायदा होगा कि आप घर पे बैठ के सिर्फ पढ़ाई पे फोकस कीजिए. लोनली फील कीजिए, बट 8 महीने वही करने हैं. संकेत सर, अदर फैकल्टीज, क्लासेस एंड माय लेक्चर्स, आफ्टर लेक्चर इमीडिएट नोट्स और रिकॉलिंग. ओके. सो ये किया ना, रिवीजन भी लेने वाले हैं हम लोग. सो डोंट वरी. इस बार इंस्टीट्यूट बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव लेके आया हुआ है. चलिए. सो नाउ accounting standard is with RMPD analysis, very easy. RMPD means R for recognition, M for measurement. This is very important. P for presentation, D for disclosure. जोर जोर से बोल के देखना घर पे. Benefits of accounting standards. Now, what are benefits of accounting standard? CARS. CARS तो याद रहेगा. This is a memory technique. CARS. Okay, CARS means, yes, I'm going to give you this memory technique at the end. CARS, standardization of alternative accounting treatment. So benefit, if there are different accounting treatments. Okay, if there is fight between two concepts, should I record it as an asset? Should I record it as expenses? There is a difference of opinion. Then what happens? Institute ये क्या करेंगे, बीच में आएगी. Yes, institute will help you out to tell you exact effect, whether this is asset or whether there is expenses. Okay, for example, interest. Sir, interest is expenditure. Wait. Interest is also considered as an asset when accounting standard 16 is there. So interest is not expenses. In accounting standard 16, interest has to be capitalized. And when institute has given the idea, when asset takes substantial time to get ready for its intended use, that is accounting standard borrowing cost, that is called as substantial time, means qualifying asset. And if asset is qualifying asset, in that case, that interest has to be capitalized. So capitalize मतलब क्या? Asset में add करना है. Asset में add करना है. So standardize of alternative accounting treatment. Requirement for additional disclosure. So if there is a fight, institute will give you idea, standardize alternative accounting treatment. So there are two different opinions. So we will standardize it. So this is the benefit of accounting standard. Requirement of additional disclosure. Requirement of additional disclosure. Requirement of additional disclosure. Then next one is comparability of financial statements is possible. And creative accounting. There are, very funny funny accountants, not chartered accountants. They will do some, creative part. Asset को liability record कर देंगे, expenditure ऐसा नहीं. तो this reduction of scope of creative accounting. जानबूझ के profit बढ़ा देंगे, losses बताएंगे, कुछ भी करते हैं. तो reduction of scope of creative accounting. Now CARS, C for comparability of financial statement. You can easily identify comparability. Okay, C for comparability. A for additional disclosure. Okay, so R for requirement, S for standardization, and A for, yes, additional disclosure. So comparability, additional disclosure, standardization and reduction. Reduction and standardization. याद रहेगा CARS. Comparability for C, A for additional disclosure, R for reduction of scope of accounting, and S for standardization of alternative accounting treatment. Standardization. S for standardization. Benefits, very important. Sometimes you may have theory question. What are benefits of accounting standards? So you can easily write it now. Or even in other questions where accounting standard reference you have to give, you can easily write what are benefits. See, these are notes to accounts. Every chartered accountant, when he prepares financial statements, or even in management, they will write these notes. Convention. Then you have note on basis of accounting. That is accounting standard 1. Accrual concept. We follow accrual concept. Basis. Depreciation. S10 ka reference. So sometime every company has to give these notes to accounts in their report. Fixed asset. Inventories. Fixed asset, property, plant and equipment. Accounting standard 10. Inventories. S2 ka reference. We have to give. So this is a report of ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. You are aware. Your notebooks are also mainly cigarettes, but your notebooks are also now, they are also in the paper manufacturing. Okay. So Bajaj Finance. You already know what is Bajaj Finance. So their basis of preparation. This is like notes to accounts everyone has to write. Use of estimates, property, plant and equipment, depreciation. After understanding accounting standard, you can easily understand these notes to accounts. In every lecture, after completion of accounting standard, I will show you these notes and you can easily understand these wordings. Okay, after understanding accounting standards, not before. Earning per share, accounting standard 20. So these are some notes to accounts. So this is how your notes to accounts will look like. So we have 5 statements, no, balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, then statement of changes in equity. And this is the last part, notes to accounts. And who will able to understand these notes to accounts? Those students who have thorough knowledge about accounting standards. Not very detailed knowledge, but you can easily understand कि why this accounting standard is institute introduced this. So ये आपको समझ में आया तो these notes to accounts are very easy for you. Okay. So once you can read these accounting standard notes, then better you understood accounting standard thoroughly. ये ध्यान में रखो. ठीक है. So we expect मैं आपको इसमें बेस्ट बना दूंगा कि आपको कोई भी कंपनी के अपने नोट्स निकाले तो आपको इजीली समझ में आएगा हाँ 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 ये क्या है. ओके. सो ये होता है नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड. यस, टिल नाउ एनी क्वेश्चन बेटा? सो कुछ पॉइंट्स रिवाइज करते हैं. फर्स्ट, नंबर 1, व्हाट इज जनरली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स? गैप. क्या याद आ रहा है? याद करो. Common set of accounting standards, accounting concepts, principles while preparation of financial statements. So financial statement basically 5 parts. At international level, IFRS. At India level, Ind AS and AS. Okay. Who introduced these accounting standards? For corporate entities, MCA. With consultation with नपड़ा. वेरी गुड, याद आ रहा है ना? एंड फॉर नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज, वेरी गुड, ICAI. ठीक है. देन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स बेसिकली डिवाइडेड इन 2 पार्ट्स. अकाउंटिंग डिस्क्लोजर. अकाउंटिंग में एनालिसिस क्या पूछा था? RMPD. R फॉर रिकॉग्निशन, M फॉर मेजरमेंट, P for presentation, D for disclosure. सर याद आ गया. And only disclosure in notes to account. These are notes to accounts. और इसमें सिर्फ disclose करते हैं. Next, benefits of accounting standards. Shortcut, CARS. C for comparability. A for एडिशनल डिस्क्लोजर. देखो याद नहीं, आप लिखते नहीं हो ना, इसके वजह से नहीं याद आता है. R फॉर रिडक्शन इन क्रिएटिव अकाउंटिंग. S फॉर स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन. देखो जो नहीं याद आया उसको लिख लो साइड में. ओके. सो कार्स. So after that, notes to accounts. Everyone is clear with the concept? Yes. Any doubt till now? You can easily find out now. This session is very easy for you. Say yes or no. Effective है सबको? अरे बाप रे. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. कितने सारे कमेंट्स है. इजी. चलो बहुत बढ़िया. So you are getting this benefit now. Applicability of accounting standards. Now, what is applicability? Let's first understand few points of applicability. Now this is new. ये last batch में I have not covered it. Okay. Turnover. Turnover means sales. Turnover means sales in simple language. But it does not include other income. क्या include नहीं करेगा? Other income. We are not going to consider other income. Sir, other income means what? Sir, my main business is providing service to my clients and giving classes for students after becoming a chartered accountant. Sir, my side income, fixed deposit interest, rent, These are my side incomes. So should I consider, while defining turnover definition, why we need turnover definition, you'll understand it quickly. Should I consider interest on FD? No. I won't consider other income. Suppose in your life, you have 10 crores rupees and you invested in FD. So your main income is FD income. And partial income might be you are giving tuitions to first, second standard students for time pass. So that is your side income. So everyone has its main income and supporting income. So we won't consider in the turnover definition other income. ध्यान में रखना. Other income मैं मेरे definition में नहीं consider करूंगा. Other income मतलब जो मेरा main income नहीं है. For example, आपके घर में पापा आपके salary based है, तो salary is your main income. फिर मम्मी के मायके से थोड़ा बहुत पैसा आया रक्षाबंधन पे, पापा के मम्मी ने उसकी एफडी कर दी, छोटी सी अमाउंट आई, तो दैट इज योर अदर इनकम. दैट इज नॉट योर मेन इनकम. पापा की सैलरी इज योर मेन इनकम. गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट? टर्नओवर ये डेफिनेशन. बोरोइंग्स. बोरोइंग मीन लोन. And loan you can take not only from bank but from public also. So public deposit is also covered in borrowing definition. So borrowings definition, public deposit is also covered. याद रखना. Public deposit is also covered in borrowings definition. Turnover and borrowing of which period? So which period ka we'll consider? Preceding financial year. So for 2024-25, I will consider my turnover of 23-24. So why this turnover definition is equal? Wait, I will tell you. Just try to understand the definition. Turnover means what? Borrowings mean what? And which year ka, which period ka turnover and borrowing. So preceding financial year, I'm going to consider that. Okay, so turnover, borrowing, and which period. Understood? Chalo. Now applicability. So for 23-24, I will consider 22-23. Okay, not 21-22. I will consider previous 1 year. As you are aware that our financial year starts from 1st April and ends on 31st March. And our calendar year is different. Calendar year is 31st December. December enjoy karte ho na aap log. So December is our calendar year. But for financial year, normally we consider from 1st April. Every company follows from 1st April up to 31st March. Even income tax also follows same financial year. Okay. In new now direct tax code will be applicable after certain years, after 1-2 years. नाउ इनकम टैक्स जो भी पढ़ोगे वो भूल जाना है. अभी जस्ट 2-3 महीने पहले मैडम ने अनाउंसमेंट किया था कि वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद डायरेक्ट टैक्स कोड DTC, तो वो आ ही जाएगा. डोंट वरी, सीए फाइनल में आप वही पढ़ोगे. नेक्स्ट वन, एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स फॉर नॉन कंपनी, फॉर नॉन कॉर्पोरेट. Who follows non-corporate का accounting standard? Who introduced? चलो याद करो. Who introduced? ICAI. Okay. But now, sir, every business is not same. Now, Sanket sir is a very, small businessman. Ambani ji, big businessman. See, Ambani ji का company है, वो छोड़ दीजिए. But suppose if I started a sole proprietor. In sole proprietorship also, some entities has limited turnover. Some entities have big turnover. Okay. Turnover means sale. Don't consider other income. And for company entities, for non-corporate, non-company, it is divided in 4 parts. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. based on their turnovers and borrowings. Now you can correlate why we have seen the definition of turnover, why we have seen the definition of borrowings. Is very simple. सर हमने क्यों देखा था टर्नओवर का डेफिनेशन और बोरिंग का डेफिनेशन? अरे यही तो है ना, लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3, लेवल 4, ये समझने के लिए. गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट? लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3, लेवल 4. लेवल 1 mandatory for all. Every accounting standard is applicable for level 1. So level 1 enterprise, every accounting standard is applicable. But there are few exemptions. For example, if you are following level 4, you have some exemptions about accounting standard 15. Every accounting standard is not applicable. बड़े लेवल पे हो तो सभी स्टैंडर्ड्स आर एप्लीकेबल. छोटे लेवल पे हो तो ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल. एज 17 सेगमेंट रिपोर्टिंग इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल फॉर लेवल 4. सो वाई सर? बिजनेस ही छोटा है. अभी छोटा आदमी थोड़ी सेगमेंट रिपोर्टिंग करते बैठेगा. भाई मैं छोटा सा कुछ तो बनिया हूं, कुछ तो मैं वेजिटेबल्स बेचता हूं. आई एम सेलिंग ओनली वेजिटेबल्स. वेदर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 17 इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर मी? नो. Why? Because I covered under level 4 enterprise, small businessman. So all accounting standards are not applicable for me. Got the concept? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Sir, now please define level 1. My excitement is going on. Yes, what is level 1? Tell me. Level 1, write down it somewhere. Non-corporate entities. बैठो मत रे, आराम से मत बैठो. Please पनिश करो खुद को. लिखो लिखो. My entity is listed on stock exchange or is in the process of listing, whether in India or outside India. Okay. So listed on stock exchange or which is in the process. Sir, process में है. In the process of listing. मनीष जी जरा जूम पे एक बार चेक कीजिए, कुछ तो मैसेज फ्लोट ऑन हो रहा है. एक बार चेक कीजिए. So which is in the process of listing in India or outside India. Okay. So students, first level is your shares are listed on stock exchange. Securities means shares, debentures are listed on stock exchange. Listed on stock exchange means what? You can easily transfer your share. मैं बैठा हूं पुणे में. I am from Pune. Suppose one of our student is from Kerala. He wants share of any company of Mumbai-based company. Okay. And if these shares are listed, for example, Ambuja Cement. Okay, Ambuja Cement, if you want that share, so these are already listed on stock exchange. So he can easily purchase it. But वही suppose एक company है, which is a private company. You won't take that share. Why? Because that company is private company. It's not listed on stock exchange. And therefore, you cannot buy that share directly online. Okay, online पे नहीं मिलेगा. फिर वो ट्रांसफर का एक तरीका होता है. So, level 1 enterprises whose shares are listed on stock exchange or that company is in the process of listing process में पहली बार जा रही है वो stock exchange पे, still level 1 enterprises. We will call it as level 1 enterprises. All banks, financial institutions, or entities which are carrying insurance business will be covered. Banks, any bank, financial institutions, and even for insurance business, they are covered under level 1 enterprise. And turnover 250 crores, 250 crores, 250 crores, 250 crores in immediately. I already explained you when turnover, you have to consider turnover of previous year. Okay. Immediately preceding financial year. So turnover, if greater than 250 crores, you will consider it as level 1 enterprise. Business, again, borrowings, including public deposit, greater than 50 crores. से लिमिट याद रखना पड़ेगा. So limit याद रखना पड़ेगा. You have to recall this limit. Okay. Business with borrowings greater than 50 crores. And last one, holding and subsidiary of above. वाह रे वाह सर, पूरा याद हो गया. Listed on stock exchange or which is in the process. Banks, financial institutions, insurance companies. Turnover greater than 250 crores. Borrowings greater than 50 crores. Holding and subsidiary of the above. याद हो गया सर, पूरा याद हो गया. इजी छे, एकदम इजी छे. Okay, you can write it. You can write it in the comment section. All these levels. Chalo fatafat. Yes, note down it somewhere. Note down, note down, note down. Fast. Level 1 enterprise. Before break, we must know the limits of level 1, level 2, level 3 and level 4. Every one of you. सबको याद हो गया है. Everyone can recall this. Turnover means what? Sales. But don't consider other income. Borrowings includes public deposit. Very good. Easy. Very easy. Public deposit means अनिरुद्ध, पब्लिक से पैसा लेना. कंपनी पैसा बिजनेस एक्सपांड करने के लिए कंपनी से भी पैसा, कंपनी पब्लिक से पैसा लेती है, उसको बोलते पब्लिक डिपॉजिट. कंपनी ने पैसा पब्लिक से लिया लोन तरीके से. डिबेंचर्स नहीं बोलेंगे, डिपॉजिट की रिसीट दे रहे. डिबेंचर्स जैसा ही होता है ये भी. सर हाउ वी कैन रिवाइज? बेटा फरवरी तक आपके खत्म हो जाएंगे. 2 महीने सफिशिएंट है ना भाई क्लास के साथ साथ रिवाइज करने का. सी कोर्स इज वेरी वास्ट. 72 लेक्चर्स वी नीड. मीन्स ऑलमोस्ट 180 डेज के बैचेस जाएंगे ये. 180 डेज मीन्स 6 मंथ्स तो जाएगा बेटा. जितना मिल रहा है वो कर लो फटाफट. सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, जनवरी, फरवरी तक हो जाएगा शायद से. मार्च, अप्रैल यू विल गेट सफिशिएंट टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ स्टडी. शॉर्टकट नहीं है रे कुछ. देयर आर नो शॉर्टकट्स फॉर योर सक्सेस. चलिए, सो वी हैव डन विद द लेवल 1. इन एग्जाम यू मे गेट दिस क्वेश्चन. लेवल 1 का. हा लेवल 2. लेवल 2 एंटरप्राइजेस. नाउ बेटा 250 करोड़ के ऊपर उधर था. बिलो 250 करोड़ पर अबाउ 50 करोड़. Below 250 but above 50 divided by 5. 250 divided by 5, 50 crores. Got the concept? Divided by 5. Deposits. Level 1, 50 crores. Here 50 divided by 10. Below 50 but above 10. But exceeding 10 crores. याद रहेगा? And holding and subsidiary of the above entity. These are also covered. Holding and subsidiary of above entity. Level 2 enterprises. Turnover 250 less 50 exceeds. Exceed 50 crores but less than 250 crores. Borrowings exceeds 10 crores but less than 50 crores. And holding and subsidiary thereon. Level 3. Turnover. Now sir 50 crores in the second level, no? Usko divide by 5. Simple. 50 crores less but exceeds 10 crores. बोरिंग कितना होगा आप ही बताओ. बोरिंग लेस देन, यस यस बोले ना, लेस देन 2 crores डिवाइड बाय 5. वेरी गुड. 10 crores से लेस, 2 crores से ज्यादा, एंड होल्डिंग एंड सब्सिडरी. लेवल 3 ओवर. लेवल 3 ओवर. सो टर्नओवर कितना था? 250, देन 50, देन 10. बोरिंग्स कितना था? 50, 10, 2. सिंपल, इजी. एंड नाउ level 4 other than level 1, level 2, level 3, miscellaneous, not covered under level 3. It's very simple. Level 1, level 2, level 3. याद हो गया? क्या बात है सर, सब याद हो गए. For applicability of accounting standards, we have given you a table. एक टेबल दिया हुआ है, वो अभी नहीं, थर्ड चैप्टर में पढ़ाऊंगा. We'll see it in the third chapter. Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, where it is covered in third chapter, chapter number 3. याद रखना. But this is very important. Accounting standards are not applicable to every organization. It is divided over level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. And now for company entities, company, because company, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MCA, ICAI, some relaxations are available for companies. There are two categories, SMC and non-SMC. SMC, small, medium companies. Small and medium companies. Small and medium companies means they're listed. Shares are in the process of listing. See, here the definition is equity or debt. There is a word securities. Level 1, level 2, level 3 में securities word था. Here the word is equity or debt. Not listed. See, small means not listed on stock exchange. It's not a bank. Turnover less than 250 crores. तो level 2, level 3, level 4 का definition है ये. So level 2, level 3, level 4, there are 4 categories. Here only 2 categories. SMC, small and medium, non-SMC, मतलब बड़ी companies, big companies. Non-SMC means what? Greater than 250 crores. That is level 1 का application. And borrowings less than 50 crores. Okay, sir. Okay. So borrowings greater than, less than 50 crores, greater than 50 crores होगा तो non-SMCs. And not holding. Exam question. इसके ऊपर भी exam में question आएगा. Okay? Let's check your knowledge. Chalo. Before break, I'm going to check your knowledge. Let's see. अभी मैं आपको unmute करूंगा सबको. Answer this question. A private limited is a subsidiary of multinational company who is listed on stock exchange. Turnover 12 crores है, less than 250 crores, and borrowing 5 crores. तो ये SMC है या नॉन SMC? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. This is SMC or non SMC? Limited company. Limited means corporate affairs. Yes. Vishnuvardhan Krishnan. Holy answer. Yes, you can answer it now. Unmute कीजिए उनको. हाँ जी.
SMC, sir.
Non-SMC है सर.
Yes, sir. SMC.
SMC. Some students are saying SMC.
सर non-SMC है.
Please सब लोग मत कीजिए.
Level 3.
Level 3 is not applicable. Here either SMC or
sorry.
non-SMC. Level 1, level 2 not applicable.
Sir, one doubt.
हाँ.
Sir, here for first non-corporate entities, second company entities you have given. In
हाँ.
non-corporate entities, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 was given. But whether non-corporate entities can be listed in stock exchange, sir, can you please clarify?
A good question. Actually, these shares are not listed on Indian stock exchange, but your securities can be listed on other stock exchanges. Like this question, multinational company. If your share is listed on securities listed on New York Stock Exchange, this is a theoretical concept. Okay, in real life, your companies are only listed on stock exchange. Okay, but suppose, for example, if you're not you're registered under company, but registered under any other name, okay, for example, in partnership, and you have a big, partnership firm business, and now you are secure, you have tie up with some your subsidiary company, or you may have some subsidiary companies which are listed on stock exchange. In that case also, you understood it now. Suppose my subsidiary or where I invested, that company is a subsidiary company, I am a sole
Okay, sir.
proprietor. In that
Okay.
case, it might happen. Okay,
Okay.
very good question. A
Okay,
private
okay.
limited is a subsidiary of a multinational company. See the answer now. Now answer is very simple. Since the holding company itself a listed company, holding company of a private limited is a listed company. Don't look at the turnover criteria. Your holding company is a listed company, and therefore you are non-SMC. Understood? So your turnover is of no use because you are subsidiary of company which is multinational company who is listed on the stock exchange. And therefore, those who answered SMC by looking into turnover criteria and borrowing criteria, you will get 0 marks. Okay, it is a non-SMC. We don't have to look at the turnover or borrowing criteria. ध्यान में रखिए. P Private Limited has a turnover of 45 crores and other income 7 crores and borrowing 9 crores. 45 plus 7, 52. Should I consider other income? No. So my answer is, if 250 crores and above hoga, to I will consider, and therefore it is SMC. SMC. Chalo, last question. C Private Limited, which has appointed as merchant bankers to prepare red herring prospectus. Now, what is red herring prospectus and all that, you are going to understand it in the law. Law में शायद से आपको आएगा ये. For the purpose of getting listed on the stock exchange, the completion of procedure work and listing will happen in the next financial year, which is in the process. Very good. So though your company is not in the listed on the stock exchange, but you are in the process of listing, and therefore you are non-SMC. In the process of listing. And therefore answer is yes. Disqualifies from availing the title of SMC. You are non-SMC in simple language. Last one. A company which satisfies the definition of SMC claims it does not have disclosure of S13 and S3 and 18. See, this question you will understand in chapter number 3. So I won't consider it over here, but in chapter number 3, I will take it. So you don't have to disclose S3 accounting standard, but S18 disclosure requirement is there. S18 is applicable. Okay. Chalo, ye boliye. Now this is the last question now. A company was classified as non-SMC in 2018. In 1920, it has been classified as SMC. The management, see, SMC means all accounting standards are not applicable. You have relaxations. Every standard is not applicable. So relaxation and exemptions are there. Okay, every accounting standards are not applicable. तो आपको सभी standards applicable नहीं है. कुछ रिलैक्सेशन मिलेंगे कि ये स्टैंडर्ड मत अप्लाई करो, रिलैक्स रह जाओ. उसको बोलते हैं रिलैक्सेशंस एंड एग्जम्पशंस. तो 1920 में योर कंपनी इज एसएमसी, तो आपको एसएमसी का रूल लगाना है क्या नॉन एसएमसी का रूल लगाना है इन 1920? यस, व्हाट इज योर आंसर? टेल मी, कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखिए व्हाट इज योर आंसर। वेरी गुड मनो। नहीं बेटा, ये एक ने तो गलत दे दिया। नेहल, व्हाई दिस इज नॉन एसएमसी बेटा? एसएमसी सी बेटा, फॉर 1920 आपको याद है वी विल यूज द वर्ड प्रीवियस ईयर। प्रीवियस ईयर चार्ट याद है आपको? चार्ट याद है? यस। सो प्रीसीडिंग फाइनेंशियल ईयर 1890 it is non-SMC. So for 1920 we will continue, though we are SMC, but we continue with non-SMC because our previous year we were non-SMC. We won't check current year updates. We will check always last year. In last year we were non-SMC, so there will be no relaxation. Every accounting standard is applicable, though in current year I am SMC, but in next year I will take a benefit of exemptions and relaxations. Got the concept? Very easy. So आपको 2 साल लगातार एसएमसी रहना पड़ेगा, तब आप लोग एसएमसी का रिलैक्सेशन ले सकते हो। पिछले साल नॉन एसएमसी थे, नो रिलैक्सेशन। ओके, आवर टीम मेड एक्सलेंट एफर्ट्स टू मेक इट वेरी इंटरेक्टिव। अपने पीपीटी के लिए बहुत मेहनत हमारे टीम ने ली है पिछले 10 इयर्स से, एंड दैट बेनिफिट यू आर यस आई became chartered accountant in 2009 and almost I'm taking classes from 2009. So my team also, yes, not only now there are many past employees also who have taken this efforts for preparation of these PPTs, and that's why you are finding it very simple now. So उनके लिए एक लाइक बनता है, उनको भी एफर्ट्स बहुत है आपके नॉलेज के लिए, और वो लोगों ने बहुत मेहनत ली है। एक बार मैं क्विक रिवीजन हिंदी में ले लेता हूँ, एंड एनी वन ऑफ यू इफ वांट टू टेक रिवीजन यू कैन टेक आफ्टर मी। ओके, एक रिवीजन हिंदी में हो जाएगी, उसके बाद आप में से जिसको भी एनी स्टूडेंट वांट्स टू टेक रिवीजन, मींस दिस विल हेल्प यू आउट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि वेदर यू अंडरस्टूड इट प्रॉपरली और नॉट। तो एवरीवन विल टेक रिवीजन, सो प्लीज पार्टिसिपेट। फर्स्ट वन आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट इन हिंदी ऑल दिस पॉइंट्स। देखो, हमने शुरुआत आज की थी जनरल एक्सेप्टेबल अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज क्या होता है। सो गैप मतलब जो भी कॉमन सेट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं जो हम लोग फॉलो करते हैं फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बनाने के लिए। तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट 5 टाइप के होते हैं। एक होता है बैलेंस शीट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी एंड नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स। ये 5 स्टेटमेंट्स आप लोग जब बनाते हो जिसके लिए आप लोग जनरली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स फॉलो करते हो, उसको बोलते हैं गैप। अब ये जनरली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स को एट इंटरनेशनल लेवल हम लोग बोलते हैं आईएफआरएस, एंड इंडिया लेवल पे हम लोग बोलते हैं अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड एंड इंडेस। इंडेस क्या होता है इसको बाद में देखेंगे। अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स की एप्लीकेबिलिटी अभी हमने समझ ली कि लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3, लेवल 4 ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स एप्लीकेबल होते हैं, और एसएमसीज एंड नॉन एसएमसीज ये कंपनी के लिए। कंपनी इनके अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स के साथ, नफरा के कंसल्टेशन के साथ, ये दोनों मिला के ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स लाते, और अदर देन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज हमारी डियर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया ये अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स को इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं। अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स के कुछ बेनिफिट्स है लाने के पीछे के, जिसका मैंने एक शॉर्ट फॉर्म दिया था। 4 बेनिफिट्स है, कार्स याद करो। सी फॉर कंपेरेबिलिटी, ए फॉर एडिशनल डिस्क्लोजर्स, आर फॉर रिडक्शन स्कोप क्रिएटिव अकाउंटिंग का, एंड एस फॉर स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन। ये एक मेमोरी टेक्निक दिया गया था। उसके बाद मैंने आपको लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3, लेवल 4 को डिफाइन करके दिया। नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज को हम लोग 4 लेवल में डिवाइड करते हैं, जिनके सिक्योरिटीज लिस्टेड है स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे या इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ लिस्टिंग है। जिनका टर्नओवर 250 करोड़, पब्लिक डिपॉजिट्स 50 करोड़ के ऊपर, और बैंक्स, इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज और आपके फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड होल्डिंग एंड सब्सिडीज देयर ऑन। लेवल 2 कैटेगरीज में जाना है तो टर्नओवर 50 करोड़ के ऊपर चाहिए, 250 करोड़ के नीचे, एंड टर्नओवर के बाद बोरिंग्स 10 करोड़ के ऊपर और 50 करोड़ के नीचे, होल्डिंग एंड सब्सिडी देयर ऑन। लेवल 3 में आपको याद रखना है कि 2 करोड़ से 10 करोड़ तक का आपका टर्नओवर होना चाहिए, नहीं, 10 करोड़ से 50 करोड़ का टर्नओवर होना चाहिए, और बोरिंग्स 2 करोड़ से 10 करोड़ होनी चाहिए, एंड होल्डिंग एंड सब्सिडी देयर ऑन। और जो तीनों लेवल में नहीं आता है वो लेवल 4 में आ जाएगा। नॉन एसएमसीज के लिए, एसएमसी के अलावा जो होंगे वो नॉन एसएमसीज, एसएमसीज जिनका टर्नओवर 250 करोड़ के नीचे है एंड बोरिंग्स 50 करोड़ के नीचे है, और जो डेट्स और सिक्योरिटीज जिनके लिस्टेड नहीं है एंड होल्डिंग एंड सब्सिडीज देयर अबाउ, और जो बैंक्स में फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन नहीं है, वो सब आते हैं आपके नॉन एसएमसीज, एसएमसीज में। और नॉन एसएमसीज मतलब जो एसएमसी नहीं है वो नॉन एसएमसी, मतलब सिंपल भाषा में हुआ तो लेवल 1 ये एसएमसी है एंड लेवल 2, 3, 4 ये नॉन एसएमसीज है। टर्नओवर के डेफिनेशन में अदर इनकम मत लेना, बोरिंग के डेफिनेशन में पब्लिक डिपॉजिट्स लेना, एंड प्रीसीडिंग ईयर का टर्नओवर और डिपॉजिट चेक किए जाएंगे कि आपकी कंपनी को कौन से अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स एप्लीकेबल है। यदि आप लेवल 1 में आते हो तो आपके लिए अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड सभी है, आप नॉन एसएमसी में आते हो तो भी आपके लिए सभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स है। पर यदि आप लेवल 2, लेवल 3 और लेवल 4 में आते हो या एसएमसी में आते हो तो आपको कुछ रिलैक्सेशंस और एग्जम्पशंस मिल जाएंगे। ये ध्यान में रखना कि सभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं रहेंगे। आशा करता हूं हिंदी का रिवीजन भी आपको बेनिफिट हुआ रहेगा। सो एनी वन ऑफ यू हु वांट्स टू टेक अ रिवीजन? Yes, raise your hand, please. If you are wrong also, beta, I will rectify you. Okay. So, Abhirami ji, yes, can you start revision? अमन को लेना है, चलो अमन ले लीजिए बेटा फटाफट, अमन रिवीजन ले लीजिए, अनम्यूट कर दीजिए उनको।
यस सर। तो सबसे पहले हमने चैप्टर को स्टार्ट किया विद जनरली एक्सेप्टेड अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल, यानी
इम्पॉसिबल,
गैप क्या
प्लीज टेक
होता
अ रिवीजन इन इंग्लिश नाउ।
है। ओके सर, तो वी स्टार्टेड विद गैप, generally accepted accounting principle. It refers to a common set of accepted accounting principles, standards, and procedures that the business entity must follow. Then we went to which accounting standards are applicable where. So, or for corporate people, the MCA with in consultation with NAFRA gives the accounting standards, and for non-corporate entities, they go for uh, ICI. The ICI prescribes it. Next, we go for RMPD analysis. RMPD means recognition of events and transactions, measurement of those transaction and events. P for presentation of those transaction and events, and disclosure regarding this transaction or events. Next, we go to benefits. Benefits are cars. Cars we understand. C for sir, just a second.
Comparability.
Comparability.
Sir, one request, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, one request, sir. That
Okay.
while class is going on, the chat messages are coming in middle of the screen. Is it possible to take them to toolbar, sir? Because the screen is not able to view, sir.
You can use pin and you can freeze your screen. Okay. So there is one option which is called as pin in your Zoom. So you can pin my screen and then this message you won't get it.
No,
Hello,
I
sir.
wanted to go to toolbar, sir. That's why. Is it possible? I must. On bottom of the screen, is it possible? Because middle of the screen they are coming, sir.
Then you can use full screen option, no?
In full screen only it is coming like that, sir.
No.
So it is disturbance is coming, sir.
Anyone who
Because
will help him?
You can change the setting from the above option view. You can set
Sir, you can go to the chat option and mute your
Mute the
notification.
chat.
One by one, please. Yes.
You can mute the notification from the chats.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Chalo, Aman, please continue.
Yes, sir. The benefits of accounting standards. We go to cars. Cars for C for comparability of financial statements. A for additional disclosure requirements. Reduction for scope in creative accounting. And last S for standardization of accounting treatments. Then we go for applicability of AS. We came two parts. We came through three things. So what is turnover? It does not include other income. Borrowings. It includes public deposits also. And turnover and borrowing for which period is to be taken. So we say it is to be taken for preceding financial year. Then
Very
we
good.
see the applicability of this AS. This applicability of AS are divided into two parts for non-company entities and company entities.
Hmm.
Non-company entities divided into four parts: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Company entities SMC and non-SMC. Level 1 turnover exceeding 250 crores and borrowing exceeding 50 crores. We go to level 2 businesses 250 crores turnover, and our borrowings are from 50 to 10 to 2. Next 50, sorry sir, 50 to 10. Then we go to level 3 businesses having 50 crores to 10 crores turnover and borrowing from 10 crores to 2 crores, and level 4 are all not covered in level 1,
2
level 2,
crores to
level 3.
10 crores. अब from 10 to 2 नहीं है.
Yes sir, 2 to
2 to
10.
10. हाँ. और
Sorry sir.
from 50
Yes,
to 250 था और बाद में 10 to 50.
yes sir.
Level 3. हाँ.
And level 4 are all those which are not covered in either level 1, either level 2, or level 3. The
Hmm.
all except level 1, level 2, level 3 are level 4. Next we come to company entity. Company entity divided into two parts: SMC, non-SMC. SMC turnover having 250 crores,
Less
250
than.
crores, and
No, less than
uh,
250 crores. No, smaller limit is
sorry
not
sir,
there. Lower
SMC
limit.
less than 250 crores,
Hmm.
and borrowings less than 50 crores, and SMC are those not in the process of listing and neither listed, and
Very
and,
good.
non-SMCs are which are listed or are in process of listing, and they have turnover exceeding 250 crores and borrowing exceeding 50 crores
Very
in
good.
last previous preceding financial year.
Yes, brilliant. I hope you enjoyed till now. We'll take a small break. We'll come after 15 minutes. Okay, we'll
Sir,
Sir, I have
stop.
a small doubt, sir.
Yes, yes. Any doubts, please? Huh.
Sir, you said that listed companies come under for determining the category of SMC and non-SMC, right, sir?
Okay. Huh. No,
But
actually now for listed companies, now in India, we are having Ind AS applicability. So turnover criteria is not there. I'm going to tell you all these things after break, Ind AS criteria, because there are two set of rules. No, one is
okay,
accounting standard and second one is Ind AS.
Ind
Okay.
AS.
Now
सर मेरा एक
this
डाउट है
was Ind AS now applicable to all listed companies now after 2015.
Sir, but there are certain exemptions for listed companies, no, sir? Like
Yes,
you can't have public companies which have not listed the equity shares, but they have listed non-convertible debt
debentures and
securities.
all.
Yeah. So, do you include them under listed companies, or you take everything as
No,
listed
then
companies?
it is defined as per net worth. For
Okay.
suppose if net worth is greater than 250 crores, then we will see it later on for Ind AS
Okay.
applicability. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Good question. Other one?
सर मेरा डाउट है
हाँ जी बोलिए.
सर मैं 20 जनवरी 25 के लिए मैं प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ तो ये लेक्चर कंटिन्यू करूँ ग्रुप 1 के लिए
ग्रुप 1 के लिए कर सकते हो यदि आपको ग्रुप 2 इजी लग रहा है, बिकॉज दिस बैच इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर May 2025. दिस बैच
यस मुझे
फॉर
पता है
हाँ, पर अभी आपका ये हो सकता है कि मेरे अभी तक प्रिपरेशन ही नहीं हुए सर, मुझे स्लो करना है. तो आप ये बैच को अटेंड कर सकते हो जब तक आपका दिसंबर एंड होता नहीं. जितना भी सिलेबस हो जाएगा उतना आपको फायदेमंद रहेगा, जितना भी हो रहा है. यदि आपको स्लो लर्निंग में जाना है तो आपका अभी तक कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है. यदि आपका ऑलरेडी हो चुका
नहीं
है और
मेरा
यू जस्ट
हाँ थोड़ा हो चुका है मैंने ये
फिर
मैं
रिवीजन चाहिए तो
24
आप सितंबर 25 की जो मैं 25 दिन की बैच लेने वाला हूँ, तो वो हमारी बैचेस चालू हो रही है 25 तारीख से 25 सेशंस की. तो वो आप उसका बेनिफिट ले सकते हो, पर वो बहुत फास्ट रहेगा, ऐसा आपसे करवा के नहीं लिया जाएगा.
हाँ
इधर कैसा है, इधर मैं आपको पूछूंगा भी, आपसे रिवीजन भी करवाऊंगा, थोड़ा आपका प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा बोल बोल के या बाकी स्टूडेंट्स को देख देख के। वो बैच में मैं सिर्फ बोलता रहूंगा और क्विक रिवीजन लेता रहूंगा, 100 पेजेस की बुक रिवाइज करवाऊंगा। सो वो बहुत शॉर्ट टाइम है
मैं
अपने
सोच
पास।
रहा हूँ कि मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि 2 मंथ का रिवीजन भी चाहिए ना, तो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये लेक्चर मैं कंटिन्यू करूँ या
करो, अच्छा है,
मेरा
उल्टा टेक अ बेनिफिट नो, यदि आपके पास
40% ही हुआ है सर मेरा
नहीं, फिर आप ये अटेंड
प्रिपरेशन।
कीजिए, फिर आप यही अटेंड कीजिए।
ओके
ओके।
ठीक है।
सर
और जो
आई हैव व्हाट सर
यस रश्मि जी।
सर ये मेरे को ये नहीं समझा जो नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज वाला है कि उसका सिक्योरिटी जो होता है वो क्या होता है।
क्या क्या?
जो नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटी है उसका सिक्योरिटी जैसे उसका सिक्योरिटी बेस है तो उसका सिक्योरिटी मीन्स क्या होता है।
सिक्योरिटी मतलब उनका शेयर कैप, ऐसे देखने गए तो शेयर से आएगा। पर अभी आप वो एंगल से मत लीजिए, उनकी जो सब्सिडरी कंपनी है वो लिस्टेड है, ऐसा एज्यूम कीजिए, मतलब उन्होंने जिसमें इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है। सपोज आई इन्वेस्टेड इन कंपनी जिसके मैंने शेयर्स एक्वायर किए 50% से मोर, तो वो कंपनी लिस्टेड कंपनी है। तो उसके लिए मुझे फिर मेरे लिए भी एप्लीकेबिलिटी लेवल 1 की आ जाएगी। आया समझ में?
तो सर वो तो क्वेश्चन में था पर ये वो है कि नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज का टर्नओवर 1:50 करोड़ मीन्स हो गया जैसे पार्टनरशिप या इंडिविजुअल।
हाँ,
फिर
अभी
उसका
वो
सिक्योरिटीज कहाँ होता है मतलब किसे बोलते हैं ये इसमें समझ नहीं
सिक्योरिटीज
आता है।
मतलब अभी उनके, अभी ये जो बड़े कंपनीज होंगे उनके शेयर्स जो है ना, वो तो उन्हीं को सिक्योरिटीज बोला जाएगा, भले आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
यस।
अपने फॉर्म नहीं किया हुआ है, उनके भी शेयर, अभी कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज के भी शेयर्स होते हैं, ये ध्यान में रखिए।
अच्छा।
ओके।
ओके सर।
अभी मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव, आप कभी सुना होगा आपने कि कोई बैंक है जो मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव बैंक होते हैं, तो वैसे पकड़ के चलिए। ये इंस्टीट्यूट ने सिर्फ गाइडलाइन दी है, कोई भी ऐसे करता नहीं है, सब लोग कंपनी फॉर्म कर लेते हैं शेयर्स को लिस्टेड करना है तो।
ओके सर थैंक यू।
ओके, चलो, कैन वी टेक अ ब्रेक? यस।
श्योर सर।
Yes,
यस,
sir.
चले, टेक अ ब्रेक, विल मीट एट 8:55, 15 मिनट का ब्रेक लेते हैं। चलो, done। Welcome back once again. I hope you understood till now everything. Now we are going to start with the standard setting process. Now, what is standard setting process? How accounting standard is set by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India? Number one, what are the bodies that involved in the standard setting process? 1 minute. Huh? Okay. So, first one, bodies which are involved in the standard setting process. ICAI took leadership in constituting accounting standard board. Remember, accounting standard board. Then accounting standards considers. Board means, remember, we have a separate board for this. If you see the our institute website, see, NAFRA also considered, uses these standards. I already told you that the copy paste. NAFRA recommends these standards to MCA. Okay, so they have a separate authority for setting up of accounting standards. And MCA has to spell out these accounting standards applicable for companies in India. Okay. Now, how standard is set? Sorry. First one, we have to identify area. So, identify area, remember. Then we constituted a study group. Then we have to prepare a draft. Then we take views and feedbacks. Okay. For example, suppose if I think there is a problem in any accounting standard, there is problem in accounting. So we identify the area. For example, same example I will continue. Interest. Whether interest is capitalized, that is we add it in the asset, or whether interest is considered as expenses. We identify the area. Then constitution of group. See beta, one more important, I request you all. Suppose if your basics are not very clear for foundation. So I have one playlist, separate playlist on my channel, Sanket Shah channel of YouTube. You can see where there, if you want to improve your basics, because now we will focus directly on intermediate syllabus. Okay. So those students who want to improve their basics, you can watch some lectures related to basics. It will definitely help you out to understand the concept of asset, liability, expenses, income, passing journal entry, preparation of ledgers. So you can take a benefit of that foundation course. Okay. For not only for foundation students, but also for intermediate students. So where I have considered each and every basic session where you can understand passing journal entry, ledger, trial balance, balance sheet, P&L very easily. Okay. So वो देख लेना सब लोग. So identification of area. If you are already with me for foundation, then don't worry. So your basics are already good. So identification of area, constitution of study group, preparation of the draft, taking views and feedbacks. So constitution of study group means what? Now I will explain you what is study group and all. Then they prepare one draft. That interest, how when it is capitalized and when it is recorded as expenses. So we have a draft. So after that draft, we will upload that draft on internet on our website. You can check there. This is an exposure draft. What we called it as. तो अच्छा ही लगता है ना आप लोगों को. So finalize this exposure draft. Then suppose if we receive comments, then we will modify that exposure draft. And after that, this accounting standard is issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So first we have to identify the area. Then we constitute a group. Then we prepare a draft, taking views and feedbacks, finalize this exposure draft, modify exposure draft with comments we received, and then issue of accounting standard. So this is a standard setting process. Okay. Now friends, suppose constitution of study group means what? Whoever applicable. Then we have to present the and disclose the requirement. Then analyzing the draft means what? We prepare preliminary draft by the study group, and when revision is required on the basis of deliberation of accounting standard board, then they make the same and refers the same to the study group. So accounting standard board, they will definitely help study group. Okay. Then this draft is circulated. To whom? To whom it is circulated? Then Institute of Cost Accountants, that is ICWA, then ICSI, Institute of Company Secretary, then Department of Company Affairs, DCA, Control and Auditor General, C&AG. In audit, you will understand it. Then CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, then Standing Committee, Reserve Bank of India, then IBA, that is the Indian Bank Association, SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, then Associated Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ASSOCHAM, then CII, that is a Confederation of Indian Industry, and Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. To them, we issue this exposure draft. Okay. Then we have a discussion. Then we will circulate this exposure draft. We will finalize the exposure draft and modify it. Okay, so this is a standard setting process where you will get this in your study mat. In study mat, you will get this every information. Okay, it's very simple. Now, what are the list of accounting standard? List of accounting standard? Yes, every one of you. Accounting standard की list. How many of you are aware about accounting standard names? सभी names याद है हमें? How many of you? रश्मि जी को सब नाम याद है. वेरी गुड. हार्दिक को याद है. चलो बहुत बढ़िया. टुडे आई एम गिविंग यू द टारगेट. ऑल अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड नेम्स आप लोग याद करके आओगे. इन नेक्स्ट सेशन आई विल टेक योर रिवीजन. नेक्स्ट इसमें आपको सभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड आने चाहिए. सो लिस्ट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड. 1 is disclosure of accounting policy. 2, valuation of inventory. 3 is cash flow statement. 4 is contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. See, you do every day 5 accounting standards to recall these names. Okay. Once you got these names, it will be very easy for you to understand the accounting standard. At least names everyone should know. 7 is construction contract, revenue recognition. 10 is property, plant and equipment. 11 is effects of changes in foreign exchange rates. Yes, रश्मि जी, आपको बोलना है क्या? अशिता, याद है आपको सभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड नेम्स? अनम्यूट कर दीजिए एक बार अशिता को.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
16 बोलिए, 12 बोलिए. आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, प्लीज वो हेडफोन निकाल दीजिए.
Accounting for government grants.
Sir,
13?
accounting for government grants.
हाँ, 13.
Then 13th, accounting for investment. Next is accounting for amalgamation.
Very good.
Yes, 15th, employee benefit.
Very good.
Next, AS 16 borrowing cost. फिर
आपकी बुक
AS
ओपन है क्या?
AS 17 था मेरा.
बुक ओपन है
AS
या
17
विदाउट बुक में से बोल रहे हो या विदाउट बुक बोल रहे हो?
सर विदाउट बुक.
पक्का?
यस सर.
कैमरा ऑन करने बोलो आपको.
सर मुझे ना वॉइस क्लियर नहीं हो रहा. लाइक ईयरफोन्स नहीं है ना मेरा.
नहीं, मैं आपको कैमरा ऑन करने लगाऊंगा फिर. ठीक है,
सर अभी
बोलिए
कैमरा.
बोलिए. चलो बोलिए बोलिए. रिलेटेड पार्टी डिस्क्लोजर्स.
यस सर. सर फिर AS 19 लीजेस. AS 20 था अर्निंग पर शेयर. AS 21 amalgamation. AS 20
कंसोलिडेशन.
sorry, consolidated financial statements.
Hmm.
AS 22 accounting for taxes. Next was AS 23. वो था मेरा accounting for investment in associates in consolidated financial statement.
Very
AS
good.
24 discontinuing operations. AS 25 interim financial reporting. AS 26 intangible assets. AS 27
Financial reporting of interest in JV.
yes sir.
Financial reporting of interest in JV. Financial reporting of interest in JV. ठीक है.
Financial reporting of interest in joint ventures. Next, AS 28 impairment assets. AS 29 provisions and contingent liabilities and assets.
Contingent assets. Very good.
Sir, 6 and 8 have been removed, right, sir?
Yes, 6 and 8 removed. Okay. So anyone randomly पूछू? आशिता randomly पूछ रहा हूं मैं. Okay.
Yes.
S17,
Segment report.
S19.
Please.
Very good. S10,
Property plant and equipment.
11. Effects of changes in foreign exchange rates. जल्दी बोलिए. ठीक है. Okay. Very good.
Yes, Lavan.
हाँ जी. Yes. Very good. अनम्यूट कर दीजिए अजीत इनको, मनीष जी. Okay. So now, so 29 accounting standards. See, this requires at least 2-3 days. How to recall this accounting standard? I will give you the separate, one shortcut. For example, suppose if you are, you want to recall first accounting standard, disclosure of accounting policies, then second inventory valuation. If you read inventory valuation, do revision of first accounting standard, that is disclosure of accounting policy, inventory valuation. Now third is cash flow statement. So cash flow statement, do like this. First one is disclosure of accounting policy, inventory valuation, and then cash flow statement. 4, contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. 4 and 5 names are big. Contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. Events occurring after balance sheet date. And 5 is net profit or loss for the period. Net profit or loss for a period. Prior period items. Prior period means previous year. Prior period items and changes in accounting policies. It's very simple. Net profit or loss for the period, prior period items is a separate, and changes in what? Accounting policy. So this is, big one, AS4 and AS5. Otherwise, remaining accounting standards, only two words. Okay. So very easy. Disclosure of accounting policies, inventory valuation, cash flow statement, contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. 5 is net profit or loss for the period, prior period item, changes in accounting policy. 6 is removed. 7 is construction contract. I will give you timing, how much time it needs. ओके, हम लोग टिकटिकी जी लगा देते हैं. How much time it takes for recalling 29 accounting standards? Challenge to you all. Disclosure of accounting policies, inventory valuation. वापस से एक बार लेता हूँ ये पूरा. Disclosure of accounting policies, inventory valuation. 3 is cash flow statement. 4 is contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. 5 net profit or loss for the period, prior period item, changes in accounting policy. 6 removed. 7 construction contract. 8 is removed. 9 revenue recognition. 10 property plant equipment. 11 is effects of changes in foreign exchange rate. 12 number government grant. 13 number accounting for investment. 14 accounting for amalgamation. 15 employee benefits. 16 is accounting for borrowing cost. 17 segment reporting. 18 related party disclosure. 19 accounting for leases. 20 earning per share. 21 consolidated financial statement. 22 accounting for taxes on income. 23 investment in association consolidated financial statement. 24 discontinued operation. 25 interim financial reporting. 26 intangible asset financial reporting in joint venture. 27 28 impairment of assets and provision contingent liability and contingent assets. So timing 40 seconds. So only 40 seconds. It's your 29 accounting standard names. Challenge to you all. Okay, 40 seconds का. So आप कल मुझे बताना how much time it takes. Yes. So next is now need for convergence to global standards. Now see, need for convergence. Now what is convergence? There are two words, adoption and convergence. Now this is something new. Need for convergence. Convergence. Now see, global standards. Global standard means IFRS. At international level. At India level, you already aware about accounting standard and index. Write down. Patafat. What is a need? See, I want to raise capital not from Indian market. I want capital from international market. Okay. So I want funds from international market, from USA, UK. I want some funds. Okay. So international investors, they like to compare financial statements. I want to know I want to raise their funds from, I want to invest in their companies. So I must know financial statements, but their formats, if they are different from Indian format, then it will be difficult for comparison purpose. Multiplicity of accounting standards, it create confusion and it encourage errors and it may facilitate frauds. Okay, so very important for better ability for, for improvement, the ability of investors to compare investment on the global basis. We need accounting standards, global level accounting standards, and even suppose now Reliance is also listed on New York Stock Exchange. So for companies which joint listing in domestic, means India also and in foreign country also, we need convergence, and this convergence is very much significant. Remember, so we need convergence to global standards. Remember this. So raise capital from international market. Investors also want to know multiplicity of accounting standards may create confusion. For improving the ability of investors to compare it, and for listing purpose, we need global standards. Got the concept? So 5 purpose needs for convergence. So our standard must be on the similar line with international standards. For example, suppose in simple language, if I wear lungi or dhoti, and suppose if I visit some international conference, so our dressing code is not similar. Okay, so for having similarity, for example, blazer, shirt, pant, so this is the similarity, though brand is different. Okay, I may wear, suppose Park Avenue or Raymond, or suppose any other brand. Okay, so Peter England hai, kuch bhi. So remember, so say brands are different. Okay, but similarities in the dressing code. So similarly, accounting standard must be similar to international accounting standards. Okay, why? Because now investor is not only of Indian market. Now I just don't want to invest in India. Suppose my investment, I want to expand it in the outside India. In that case, I should know accounting standards of other countries, and if it is different, then it will create a confusion for me. So it's better we must have a similar line of accounting standards, and therefore there is a need of convergence to global standards. Okay. Now what is IFRS? IFRS is actually issued by, see, accounting standards are issued by Accounting Standard Board. You can write this. Who issues IFRS? IFRS is also issued by Accounting Standard Board, but International Accounting Standard Board. In India, we have ASB. At international level, we have IASB. We have IASB. And IS, International Accounting Standards, are issued by, see, 15 minutes are only, 10 minutes are only remaining. Please concentrate. These are very new words. So, see, IFRS and IAS, there are two set of international accounting standards. Now they comprise of only one way. Okay, so now they have only IFRS, but IFRS consists of international accounting standards also. Okay, we have two separate set of accountings. Accounting standard and Ind AS. For different companies, different accounting standards. But at international level, they have only IFRS, which consists of international accounting standards. Now I will tell you the story of international accounting standard. Very interesting story. See, before 2001, at international level, there were only international accounting standards. Okay. After that, after 2001, they introduced IFRS, different accounting numbers. But they retained their old numbers. Some accounting standard they retain as it is. So वो standards पहले से वैसे ही थे. And some new accounting standard they introduced after 2001, and these two set are called as overall IFRS. Okay, so previously there were IS, and after that they introduced IFRS. And when we started to follow them from 2015, after 14 years. Okay, so up to 2001, they had their already they set their accounting standard at international level, but we followed it from 2015. Okay, तो ये story थी. So previously IAS, who issued it? IASC committee. Previously they had a committee, and then they formed board, and board issued IFRS. Who issued IFRS? Board. So previously there was board or committee? Committee. Committee issued international accounting standards. Then they formed board. Committee is different, board is different. Then they formed board, and board issued IFRS. Very good, very good. And they also have some interpretation. See, there are some words, for example, turnover. Now, turnover definition, if suppose I want to explain it separately, then we have a interpretation. We have interpretation. So interpretations means which is apart from accounting standards. Okay. So interpretations, and who issues it? Interpretation committee. Interpretation committee. Okay. Then interpretation committee for IFRS also. Okay, issued by IFRS board also. So IFRS board is separate. They previously IS tha. IS ka board tha intern committee, and IFRS ISP, and separately we have an interpretation committee. So there are committees for IS, for board, IFRS, and interpretation committee separately for interpretations of accounting standards. So this is consisting of International Reporting Standard Board. Now IFRS compliant. Now see, there are two ways. You follow them as it is, which is called as adoption. If I'm following as it is international accounting standards, copy paste, okay, then it is called as adoption. But suppose IFRS purely, but suppose if I made some changes in it, and if I am following it, it is called as convergence. Now this is a new word. Convergence. Convergence means what? Convergence means I'm not following IFRS as it is, but I made some partial changes in it, and it is called as IFRS. Okay, got the concept? So India is following convergence way. India is not adopting it as it is. Adoption is different and convergence is different. Got the concept? So we are not following as it is. We made some changes in it in IFRS, and we are following Ind AS. Ind AS means convergence. Remember, Ind AS is convergence. And these differences, it might be additional or it might be deviation. Additional is called as carve-ins. Carve-ins मतलब हमने extra कुछ follow किया. In IFRS वो था ही नहीं. Additional guidelines is called as carve-ins. And deviation means their policy is different, our policy is different. Then it is called as carve-outs. Outs means deviation. Carve-outs means deviation. So we are not following as it is. Then there may be additional guidance or might be deviation. Additional means carve-ins and deviation means carve-outs. Got the concept? लिख के रखो. So whether we are following as it is, no, adoption is not there. Whether we have made some changes, yes. What is this called as convergence? Convergence, carve-ins and carve-outs. Got the concept? Carve-ins means additional guidance and carve-outs means deviation. Carve-outs is deviation. What are the benefits? So cross-border flow of money is possible. IFRS किया तो. Global listing is possible. Comparability is possible, and enhance accountability, responsibility, and more transparency. So cross-border flow of money is possible. Global listing is possible. You can compare their statement and our statement. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आर इंक्रीज एंड ग्रेटर ट्रांसपेरेंसी। ओके, सो पहले आप सिंगल थे, फिर आपके पास आपके ऊपर किसी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आ गई, तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आ गई तो क्या होगा, ग्रेटर एनहांस अकाउंटेबिलिटी, ग्रेटर ट्रांसपेरेंसी। गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट? कन्वर्जेंस टू आईएफआरएस इन इंडिया। सो आईसीआई ने क्या किया, कन्वर्जेंस टू आईएफआरएस, नॉट एडॉप्शन. We have not followed them as it is. We converged our accounting standard, carve-ins and carve-outs. Okay, and applicability of IFRS. So there are some deviations, and in consultation with MCA, we decided two set of accounting standard. You already aware about this now. Accounting standard and Ind AS, and that Ind AS is IFRS. That Ind AS is called as convergence of IFRS, not IFRS, convergence of IFRS. See the word convergence of IFRS. Okay, सब हिंदी में भी बताने वाला हूं, so don't worry, एक बार मैं हिंदी में पूरा बता दूंगा, don't worry. And separate set accounting standard level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and for SMCs के लिए accounting standards. बस आज के लिए मैं इतना ही लेने वाला हूं. डे आफ्टर टुमारो आई एम गोइंग टू कवर कार्व-आउट्स एंड कार्विंग्स, नहीं तो बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा. Okay, because we covered some part of chapter number 3 also in this lecture. So what you understood, once I will explain it in Hindi. देखो आज हमने लिस्ट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, ये स्टैंडर्ड सेटिंग प्रोसेस मैंने बता दिया. 2 3 देखो हमने लेक्चर ब्रेक के बाद 2 3 4 5 एंड 6 बाकी है, शायद से 6 नंबर बाकी है. हाँ, so 6 7 8 9 I will explain it in the next lecture. So up to 5 points I covered, and today's your responsibility. You will read it from the study material. Try to understand what is carve-ins and carve-outs, Ind AS, at least name and roadmap of Ind AS. So next lecture you will find it very simple. कि how Ind AS. See, Ind AS is not a part of your syllabus. This is only for your general knowledge purpose. Why? There is what is Ind AS and how it is applied. Okay, so we have a separate session for this roadmap for interpretation, implementation of Ind AS. In next lecture, I am going to explain this. Okay, so first thing, एक बार मैं हिंदी में बता देता हूँ, पूरी रिवीजन शांति से सुन लेना. देखो स्टैंडर्ड सेटिंग प्रोसेस मैंने आपको बताया था कि एक अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड फॉर्म किया जाता है. अभी ये जो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड होता है, वो बोर्ड कौन फॉर्म करता है, तो हमारी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया, मैंने स्लाइड पे इसमें देख के आपने देखा होगा, वहां पे हमारे प्रेसिडेंट जी का नाम है, सॉरी वहां पे चेयरमैन जी का नाम है, जिनका नाम है प्रमोद जैन. तो उनके अंडर एक अपना अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड चलता है. अभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड क्या करता है, ये इंस्टीट्यूट से थोड़ा सा अलग है, ये इनका काम करता है, क्योंकि हर एक की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. पूरा का पूरा डायरेक्ट टैक्स बोर्ड अलग रहेगा, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड अलग रहेगा. तो ये ध्यान में रखना, जहां पे इंस्टीट्यूट क्या करती है, कोई भी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड लाने के पहले ये बोर्ड थ्रू वो अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड रिव्यू किया जाएगा. अभी अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड मतलब कहां से शुरुआत होती है, तो भाई तुम्हें कोई एरिया में प्रॉब्लम लगा कि यहाँ पे अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड की हमें जरूरत है, तो वो एरिया जो है वो हम लोग चूज करेंगे कि यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है. फिर हम लोग एक स्टडी ग्रुप करेंगे, भाई ये लोग स्टडी करने वाले लोग ही इसके ऊपर ध्यान देंगे, अभी जो जनरल लोग रहेंगे वो ध्यान नहीं देंगे. अभी मेरा प्रोफेशन रहेगा स्टडी करने का, तो मैं वो बोर्ड के अंदर खुद को रजिस्टर करवा लूंगा, वहां पे जाऊंगा, उसके अंदर फिर मैं क्या करूंगा, बोर्ड के अंदर ये सभी चीजों को समझने की कोशिश करूंगा. अभी वो बोर्ड जो है वो बाहर का स्टडी करेगा कि बाहर क्या चलता है, आईएफआरएस में क्या बोला गया है, बाहर की कंट्रीज में क्या हो रहा है, हमें प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हो रहा है, और फिर ये बोर्ड एक छोटा सा अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड का ड्राफ्ट तैयार करेगा. अब ये ड्राफ्ट सर्कुलेट होगा, सभी लोगों को पूछा जाएगा कि भाई तुम्हें कुछ इसमें दिक्कतें हैं, तो घर में हम लोग कोई डिसीजन लेने के पहले जैसे सबको ये राय सलाह मशवरा कर लेते, तो उस तरीके से हम लोग सबको पूछेंगे. किसी को कोई उस पर आपत्ति रहेंगी तो भाई आप लोग कमेंट्स कर दो, कमेंट करने के बाद हम लोग हमारा ड्राफ्ट जो है वो रिवाइज कर देंगे, और आपके कमेंट्स आने के बाद हम लोग पूरा का पूरा शांति से देखने के बाद हम लोग अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड को इशू कर देते हैं. एकदम सिंपल सी प्रोसेस है. ये प्रोसेस के बाद हमने लिस्ट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड देखे थे, 29 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, जो आपको 40 सेकंड में मैंने बताए थे, वो नाम आपको याद करने पड़ेंगे. फिर उसके बाद हमने नीड ऑफ कन्वर्जन देखा. देखो ग्लोबल स्टैंडर्ड पे हमें क्यों जाना है, तो ग्लोबल स्टैंडर्ड पे जाने का जरूरत यही है कि हमें पैसा जो है ना वो इंटरनेशनल कैपिटल मार्केट में लगाना है. अभी कैपिटल मार्केट में लगाना रहेगा तो उनके स्टैंडर्ड और हमारे स्टैंडर्ड अलग अलग होकर कैसे चलेगा, तो वहां पे हमें पैसा मतलब उनके फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट अपने को पढ़ते तो आने चाहिए. तो वो पढ़ने के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, तो वो पढ़ने के लिए हम लोग अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स को हमारे सेम स्टैंडर्ड्स नहीं रखेंगे, उनके जैसे स्टैंडर्ड रखेंगे, जिसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, आईएफआरएस. तो बाहर के स्टैंडर्ड जो है ना वो कैसे बने हुए थे, आईएफआरएस ये अब भी 2001 के बाद बना, पर उसके पहले इंटरनेशनल अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स थे. तो इंटरनेशनल अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड और आईएफआरएस दोनों मिला के उन्होंने पूरा का पूरा आईएफआरएस तैयार किया. अभी इंटरनेशनल अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड किसने निकाले थे, तो उनके कमिटी थी, और उसके बाद उनका बोर्ड आया जिन्होंने आईएफआरएस किया, और उनके साथ साथ ये इंटरप्रिटेशन कमिटी भी होती है. तो ये पूरा उनका एक ग्रुप है, जैसे अपना अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड का ग्रुप है वैसे उनका भी एक बोर्ड का ग्रुप रहेगा. तो वो बोर्ड क्या करता है, वो आईएफआरएस को फॉलो करता है. अभी ये बोर्ड के बाद उन्होंने क्या किया, हमने ये क्यों किया, क्योंकि अपने को क्रॉस बॉर्डर पैसा लाना रहता है, हमें हमारा ट्रांसपेरेंसी बढ़ना चाहिए, अच्छी चीजें अपने को समझ में आनी चाहिए, बाहर के कंट्रीज में हमें इन्वेस्ट करते टाइम कोई दिक्कतें नहीं आनी चाहिए, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स रीड करते आने चाहिए, इसलिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, उनके जैसे बुक्स भी हम लोग भी बनाते हैं। तो हमने क्या किया, हमने 2015 के बाद ये शुरुआत किया। अभी 2015 के बाद कैसे शुरुआत हुई है मैं बाकी कल बताऊंगा आपको, परसों बताऊंगा। अभी ये जो चीज है आईएफआरएस की चीज, तो ये ध्यान में रखना कि आईएफआरएस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, पर हम लोग उसको एज इट इज फॉलो नहीं कर रहे आईएफआरएस को। तो हमने क्या किया, अपने खुद के दम पे एक नया अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बनाया जिसको हम लोग बोलेंगे इंडेस। अब ये इंडेस क्या होता है, तो इंडेस आईएफआरएस जैसा ही होगा, जहां पे कार्विन्स और कार्वआउट्स चेक किए जाएंगे। कार्विन्स मतलब एडिशनल गाइडेंस दिया जाएगा, कार्वआउट्स मतलब डेविएशन होगा, और ये चीजों से अपना अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड जो है वो हम लोग आगे बढ़ाएंगे। सो ये यहां तक की जर्नी, अभी भी कार्विन कार्वआउट्स में डिटेल में बताऊंगा आपको। तो हम लोग एडॉप्शन प्रोसेस में नहीं है, हम लोग कन्वर्जेंस प्रोसेस में है। कन्वर्जेंस मतलब एज इट इज फॉलो ना करना, अपने एकदम पे अपने अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स को बनाना। और अपने जो बाकी कंपनीज है, मतलब ये जो 2015 के बाद किसको एप्लीकेबल है ये बाद में देखेंगे, पर जो कंपनीज ये आईएफआरएस सॉरी इंडेस फॉलो नहीं करती है, तो हम लोग उनके लिए अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड जो आपका इंटर का सिलेबस है, फाइनल का सिलेबस आपका इंडेस का होगा, पर इंटर का सिलेबस आपका अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड में होगा, तो ये हम लोग देखने वाले। सो ये पूरा का पूरा हमने रिवीजन किया। यस, एनी वन ऑफ यू वांट टू टेक अ रिवीजन? चलो ये आफ्टर ब्रेक का पार्ट। यस, एनी वन ऑफ यू रेज योर हैंड। एनी अदर स्टूडेंट? Please be confident. If you answer in the class, it will be very easy for you. व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप प्लीज बनाइए मत, इट्स माय रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बनाओगे एंड दिस इज नॉट द ऑफिशियल ग्रुप वी आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट। मनीष जी प्लीज ध्यान रखिए, चैट बॉक्स पे जो भी बच्चे ऐसे करते हैं उनको रिमूव कर दीजिए, ठीक है? ओके, हार्दिक अनम्यूट कर दीजिए हार्दिक को, लास्ट 5 मिनट्स।
Sai Tool.
हाँ,
Uh,
मनीष जी।
there are there are five financial statements, balance
No,
sheet,
no, I
profit
don't
and
want to
loss.
start it from the beginning. Revise it after break. Whatever revision you can take it from break, what we covered after break. Anish ji, revision we will take it in English only from students. Okay. Yes,
Sir, first in India,
screenshots.
accounting standards are there. Subsequently, due to IFRS has introduced that in international standards, India has made it as instead of adopting it in convergence, we have made India is.
Okay. ठीक है, no problem.
Sir, we have
Other
to
students?
remember AS or India is also, sir.
No, only AS. You don't have to recall Indes. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Very short revision. रम्या जी,
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हार्दिक बोलने वाला है। यस, हार्दिक बोलने वाला है क्या?
हाँ जी सर।
चलो बोलिए फटाफट।
सर पहले सर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड से शुरू कर दूं सारे नाम से?
नो 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 नो, डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम।
ओके सर।
स्टैंडर्ड सेटिंग प्रोसेस।
Standard setting process. So, sir, standard setting process was initiated by the Accounting Standard Board, and Accounting Standard Board tried to converge the accounting standards on the basis of the IFRS and International Accounting Standards. And the setting board was created, in which the setting process was.
You can use your notes, rough notes, huh? Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In which the standard setting process was identification of area, constitution of a study group, preparation of draft, taking the feedbacks and views from the people, finalizing of exposure draft, modifying the exposure draft, and issue of the standard. Then there was a need of a convergence to the global standing, and for that 5 points were there. First, to raise the capital from the international market. Second, to the investors want to compare their financial statements with their foreign clients. So for that, to make similarity, multiplicity of accounting standards leads to create confusions and frauds. Uh, to improve the ability of the investor to compare the financial statements of Indian company as well as for the foreign companies.
Very good.
And for companies with a joint listing in domestic and foreign countries, the conversion is significant.
Okay. So my question to you now, please, we'll wind up the session. Whether
Yes.
India is following adoption process or convergence process?
India is following conversion process from
And
IFRS.
what is the difference between adoption and convergence?
Adoption is the one to take as it is. Conversion is partially taking and partially our inputs.
Very good. And what is called as their deviation?
Deviation is called carvings.
Carve-outs.
Carve-outs.
And carve-ins is?
Carvings is to put your additional inputs.
Okay. And previously there were international board or committee?
Previously there was international board that was previously international board was there for IFRS and the committee for international accounting standards.
No, previously committee was there who formed IS and then
International accounting standards.
and then they formed board who formed IFRS after
Okay.
2001. Okay. And
Okay,
what
sir.
we have?
We have accounting standard board.
Okay.
Indies.
Yes. For Indes, and we have separate set for accounting standards. And what we are going to learn, whether Indes or accounting standards in this inter-syllabus?
Accounting standards.
Very good. But you at least you understood what is Indes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And process of Indes, adoption of Indes after 2015, we will see it in the next session, but you can read it from your study mat. Okay?
Okay,
Chalo.
sir.
Now, फटाफट screenshots ले लीजिए. Screenshot and please write it in your own proper way in 100 pages book. Screenshot number 1. हार्दिक होने के बाद सिर्फ ओवर बोल दे. एक एक स्क्रीनशॉट होने के बाद.
Over, sir.
Screenshot 2. In
Over.
India. Over. Screenshot 3. You can take this from YouTube also. So YouTube pe this lecture will be there. At the end of the session, you can just check all screenshots. You will get it from YouTube also. Or you can write it from YouTube after this. If you don't want to take screenshots.
Over,
Next.
sir.
Screenshot 4.
PPT.
1 minute. I will ask you questions. I will give you time to take your questions. Don't worry. Please take screenshots. Screenshot 4.
Over, sir.
Screenshot 5. 1 second. Please complete your 100 pages book today itself.
Over, sir.
And don't give up after 4-5 days. Screenshot 6. हे अपडेट करायचंय तुला तुझ्या नोट्स.
Over, sir.
Seven.
Over, sir.
8.
Over.
9. 1 minute.
Over, sir.
10. 1 minute. अरे यार क्या हो रहा है? हम्म
Over, sir.
11. There are some relaxations for level 1, 2, 3, 4 में. कितना था?
Sir,
12.
11.
This is हाँ 12 है ये.
Over, sir.
13.
Over, sir.
स्टडीज मत लीजिए. 14.
Over, sir.
एक सेकंड ना, कुछ तो रहेगा यार. ये रहेगा. 15.
Over,
सॉरी,
sir.
ओवर ना.
Thank you, sir.
16.
Over, sir.
4. 17.
Over, sir.
18.
Over, sir.
19. लास्ट है आई थिंक.
Over, sir.
ये लास्ट है. 20.
Over, sir.
चलिए. 5 minutes for your doubts. I hope you enjoyed the session and everyone now understood what is exactly accounting standard, and you are going to read it from your study mat. So don't worry. I hope session is very useful. Anyone, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me fast.
Sir, sir, hello.
Don't ask me questions which are irrelevant, which are related to books and other. If related to any other things, you can ask me. Yes.
Sir, can you hear me?
Can we get this PPT? No. Siddharji, no beta. You can take screenshots and I will give you some notes, not in this format, in different format, because this is only for, this is my personal presentation.
Hello.
Ha. Yes, you can raise your hand and you can ask me queries. I am very thankful to all of you कि you attended this session and there is wonderful response. Thank you one more time.
So
Yes,
good morning.
anyone has doubt? हाँ, अंश बोलिए, अनीश बोलिए.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
Anish.
in this level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, we have some MSME benefits and exemptions, right, sir?
Yes, there are some exemptions.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to learn that exemptions when we start with the accounting standards.
Okay.
You at that time you can understand that exemptions. It is very difficult to retain it.
Yeah, I saw in our
Yes,
books, sir,
don't
just
worry.
while verifying, we have a lot of exemption and benefits are there.
Oh, it's
So
not
we
possible.
can,
It is not possible for me also. I have to also take the reference of uh, accounting standards. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So this will not affect our exams,
No,
right?
no. It's not possible, no, to recall each and everything. What is
Oh,
important that you can retain it. It's small relaxation and exemptions. You cannot recall it.
okay.
Practically is not possible. It needs, lot of practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other student?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, Siddharth.
सर ये जो थियरी का जो इतना ज्यादा पोर्शन है, इतने सारे चैप्टर, वो तो
बेटा,
एमसीक्यू में
एक बात मैं
वो
आपको बता देता हूँ सबको, इट इज नॉट
हाँ
डिफिकल्ट कि आप लोगों को सब कुछ याद आना इम्पॉसिबल है. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, 100 पेजेस नोट्स इज अ की फैक्टर. ओके, सो दैट यू
यस
कैन रिटेन 100 पेजेस के बुक में लिखो. डोंट वरी कि मुझे ये याद आएगा नहीं आएगा. इफ यू डू प्रॉपर रिविजन आफ्टर एवरी 7 days, सिद्धार्थ जी, आपको सब याद आने वाला है, एवरी सब्जेक्ट.
नहीं सर,
हाँ
सर
जी,
मैं समय पूछ ऐसा रहा था कि ये जो थियरी पोर्शन है वो तो ज्यादातर एमसीक्यू में ही कवर हो जाएगा ना, प्रैक्टिकल पोर्शन
प्रैक्टिकल
डिस्क्रिप्टिव में तो
क्वेश्चंस नहीं आएंगे. बट आपको थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड पता होना चाहिए ना, अपनी हिस्ट्री क्या है. अभी महात्मा गांधी जी जो है, अपने को रोज तो पता नहीं, अपने को नोट पे दिख गए तो भी बस है, पर वो महात्मा गांधी जी कौन थे ये पता तो होना चाहिए ना अपने को. वैसी ये हिस्ट्री है.
हाँ हाँ
ओके,
बराबर
सो
हाँ
सेम क्वेश्चन आएंगे नहीं आएंगे पता नहीं अपने को, बट अपने को अपनी हिस्ट्री पता होनी चाहिए कि अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड कैसे आए. ओके,
हाँ
तो यू कैन नॉट
ठीक
एक्सपेक्ट सेम क्वेश्चंस की एज इट इज, पर एटलीस्ट आज आपको नॉलेज में कुछ तो गेन हुआ ना फर्स्ट चैप्टर
हम्म
थ्रू. सो समवन
हाँ
आस्क यू कि व्हाट इज अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड, तो आप उसको अभी ज्ञान दे पाओगे. आरएमपीडी एनालिसिस होता है, बेनिफिट्स में कार्स होता है, कौन इंस्टीट्यूट इशू करता है, कहाँ से आता है. आज आपको ये ज्ञान मिला ना पूरा.
हम्म
यस, तो वही चीज है. एग्जाम में ये चैप्टर का महत्व हार्डली 5 मार्क आप पकड़ के चलिए. वेटेज
ठीक
5 मार्क्स. यस अनिकेत. यस अनिकेत जी. अच्छा, आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क यू, जस्ट राइट इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन आपके जूम पे ही, वेदर प्रीवियसली वी हैड दैट यूट्यूब सिस्टम, तो यूट्यूब बेटर है या जूम आपको अच्छा लग रहा है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, जूम इज बेटर और यूट्यूब इज बेटर? अनिकेत जी, बाकी स्टूडेंट्स, यस यू कैन रिप्लाई.
सर
जूम इज बेटर. अरे वाह. ओके, हाँ
Sir,
जी.
Zoom is better.
सर both is useful सर.
Zoom is better,
वन
sir.
टू वन टू वन इंटरेक्शन भी
Zoom
सर
is
होना
better,
जरूरी है,
sir.
I think Zoom is better.
We
ओके
can interact with you.
ओके, दैट्स
But in case of YouTube, we can see your lectures. We can repeat it once
ओके,
more, even if we don't understand a certain
बट
concept, sir.
दैट इज अ बेनिफिट. बट ऑन जूम यू कैन इंटरेक्ट, नो?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is for live students. Then YouTube is for a recorded session. We
YouTube,
can
you
access.
if you missed any time a single session, then it is useful. चलिए, प्लीज 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 जल्दी जल्दी क्वेश्चन पूछे. वी
Sir, I
हैव
have a
वेरी
doubt,
शॉर्ट
sir.
टाइम. हाँ जी, बोलिए.
Sir, what about the notes making? You have said how to make the index, but you didn't explain it, sir.
Index I will explain it in the next session when we start with
Okay,
the
sir.
practical part. Okay, in 400 pages book. Today everything you have to write it in your 200 pages book.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
next.
also, what about the color pens which are allowed in using exams,
No,
sir?
no. You have to use only black pen in exam. But for notes making, use red pen wherever important points are there. Okay.
Okay,
Don't
sir.
use colorful pens. It will be very difficult. Don't think for today's session. Always think for the future. And if you create, multiple colors notebook, it is very difficult to revise it. Okay, so use simple 2 pens, one black pen, and for important point, red pen.
Sir, one more doubt, sir. Also, what any calculator you are suggesting for usage, sir?
You can use this type of calculator. Scientific calc is not allowed.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Can we
can you
know the
please tell
company or
exam
the
pattern?
model?
Other than Casio, you can use Citizen is best.
Okay, sir.
Citizen
Thank
is
you, sir.
best. Okay.
Sir, can you please tell paper pattern and how much we have to write for theory?
Yes, in next session I will, Vaishnavi definitely will go with this. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next, Aniket. चलो फटाफट बोलिए अनिकेत. कृणाल.
हाँ सर, मैं ये लेक्चर फॉलो करूँ तो लास्ट 2 मंथ मुझे रिवाइज करना हो तो टाइम मिलेगा या
बेटा
फर्स्ट
टाइम आपको हर हफ्ते निकालना पड़ेगा. आपको
Yes, sir.
ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार निकाला तो हो जाएगा, आपको हर हफ्ते रिवाइज करते रहना पड़ेगा। तो आप लोगों को क्विक रिवीजन या मैं कुछ उस फॉर्मेट में गुरु मंत्र सीरीज होती है तो वो दे ही दूंगा, तो आप लोग वो भी फॉलो कीजिए। और बार बार रिकॉल करने के टेक्निक्स को फॉलो कीजिए। 100 पेजेस की बुक बार बार रीड करते रहिए।
ओके। मैं
ओके,
जनवरी 25 में दे रहा हूँ ग्रुप 1, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
तो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा, आपको फास्ट करना पड़ेगा फिर ये। और कुछ लेक्चर्स आपको मेरे यूट्यूब से भी देखने पड़ेंगे फिर बाद में, पूरा नहीं
प्रीवियस
खत्म होगा।
मे 24 का या
May 24 नहीं, अभी जो पिछले लेक्चर, हाँ May 24 वाले, पिछले वाले, यस।
ओके ओके।
तो
Sir,
तो
if you
मैं
want to attempt only group one, so we can
हाँ,
attempt in January, sir.
now it depends on your registration. At least 9 months, I think, gap is required.
Okay. Only for group one, sir, in January.
Yes, only group one also.
Okay, sir.
Now there is no, differentiate distinguish between group one and group two. You can appear either for both groups, because till you are not clearing your first both groups, you cannot start your articleship. So it's better always go with the both groups. But suppose if you do not have time and your preparations are not good, then in that case you go for group one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
तो मुझे ये शेड्यूल से आगे ही चलना पड़ेगा ना सर?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
ओके ठीक।
आगे नहीं, आप जो लेक्चर्स अभी बाद में होने वाले हैं ना, ब्रांच
हाँ
अकाउंटिंग और वो साइड बाय साइड देख लीजिए। और अभी ये
ओके
जो शुरुआत के लेक्चर्स है वो मेरे साथ ही कंटिन्यू कीजिए।
ओके। तो ये सब तो हो गया है मेरा,
हाँ,
अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड और लायबिलिटी वाला स्टैंडर्ड हो गया है मेरा कंप्लीट।
तो ठीक है, फिर आप वो आगे का कंटिन्यू कीजिए। ये तो मई के लिए चल रहा है।
ओके
ओके, और क्विक रिवीजन के लिए 25 सितंबर से हम लोग आ रहे हैं वापस से।
ठीक।
यस।
सर
अनिकेत,
चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट लोगे आप, मतलब हर एक चैप्टर के खत्म होने के बाद?
मैं आपको क्वेश्चंस दे दूंगा, आप लोगों को मैं अपलोड कर दूंगा, आपको आंसर्स भी दे दूंगा 2 दिन बाद। तो आपको खुद से ही चेक करना पड़ेगा वो। ओके।
हेलो।
तो
ओके सर, ओके,
टेस्ट सीरीज
थैंक यू
ऐसा
सर।
हम लोग कंडक्ट नहीं कर रहे। देखते हैं, एक अच्छा ये इनिशिएटिव होगा, यदि इंस्टीट्यूट आगे जाके ये भी हम लोग कर पाते हैं कि नहीं, देख लेंगे।
Sir,
पर
is
अभी
there any
फिलहाल
other way so that we can comes to know how much we get?
आई विल गिव यू वेटेज वाइज, और सपोज आंसर कीज ना।
हेलो।
यस अनिकेत।
हाँ सर, नॉन कंपनी एंटिटी और एसएमसी में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? वो कंफ्यूज हो गए।
नॉन नॉन
Non-corporate entities.
नॉन एसएमसीज, नॉन कॉर्पोरेट एंटिटीज डिफरेंट नो। ये नॉन कॉर्पोरेट मतलब जो इंडिविजुअल या सोल प्रोपराइटर है या पार्टनरशिप फर्म है या कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी है, इसके अंडर जो रजिस्टर होता है वो नॉन कॉर्पोरेट। और जो कंपनी आरओसी के अंडर जो अपने को रजिस्टर करवाता है, जैसे तेरा, तो आपका जहां पे भी जन्म हुआ है, आपका एक बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट है, बराबर है। तो एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इनका एक बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट होता है कि वो किसके अंडर रजिस्टर करवाते हैं, कंपनी के अंडर या अदर देन कंपनी के अंडर। पार्टनरशिप फर्म आपने खोला है तो वो नॉन कॉर्पोरेट होगा, समझा?
Sir, what is the full form of SIC?
स्मॉल एसएमसी, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइज कंपनीज।
SIC.
इंटरप्रिटेशन कमिटी, स्टैंडर्ड्स इंटरप्रिटेशन कमिटी।
स्टैंडर्ड इंटरप्रिटेशन कमिटी।
यस नेहल।
हेलो।
Hello.
हाँ जी नेहल, बोलिए।
Hello, sir. Can I use Casio calculator?
Casio calculator, don't use it because it has very proper,
But
do not have, you already
but
bought
उसकी
it, but
आदत है सर मुझको।
my suggestion is that use simple calci. Citizen calci is easy to operate because Casio has some different calculation
It
techniques.
is allow or not allow?
It is allowed, but it has a
Okay, sir.
separate calculation techniques.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ठीक है। बहुत एंजॉय किया मैंने आज आपके साथ जूम पे। So thank you all of you, and we'll continue. I hope you will have a same attendance day after tomorrow. Okay, and we'll meet with the second chapter. Okay, if possible, read second chapter, at least read it. If you don't understand any concept, you can ask me in the next session. Okay, thank you, take care and best
Thank you,
of luck.
sir.
आज से बहुत
Thank
अच्छे
you,
से
sir.
करो। Yes, बहुत अच्छे से करो आज
Thank
से।
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
हो गया, हो गया।
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Recording stopped.